Welcome to WeNeedWrestling, everybody. This is the Summer is Hot edition.
It is. Summer's
hot. It's hot. Summer's hot. If you hear a fan in the background, I apologize. But it's just the life we're living at this point.
It's the life you mountain people are living.
It's true. I'm DJ.
Us city folk.
That's true. I would already
Got
have
the
their
ACs, baby.
I'm DJ. That's Brett.
Hey.
And we got lots to talk about. But
yeah. You know what we have to talk about?
What?
How are you?
I'm good, buddy. Nothing to report.
Good.
It's hot.
It's hot.
We celebrated America this week.
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. I stayed in my house and watched TV.
What did I do? I don't even remember. Oh, I didn't go to Sheetz, that's for sure.
Yeah, because, you didn't need your cheap gas.
No. Dude, the one in Wilkes-Barre, there was, police, escort down there. It was fucking crazy. I drove by because I was going to pick up my dinner, and I was like, holy shit. But, yeah, I don't know. I didn't do anything either. Ended my vacation on yesterday, Wednesday. That was the day.
You were off that long?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking great.
That's cool.
I always try to take off, extra days around the holiday, get that holiday in there, that extra day off. Don't have to use your own time.
Right.
Fuck, that's where it's at, brother.
That's right.
Labor Day, it's the same way. I'm off, the first 2 weeks of September.
Nice.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah, though. Nothing.
Because I make a nickel, or what is it? Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now just
cheat the system.
Now just do it in my own house.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, home.
Poop in your own house.
Is
Is there a better place to poop than your own house?
Probably not. No.
It's pretty satisfying.
I used to be weird about pooping other places.
Okay.
But then I was like, who the fuck cares?
Okay.
I got shit, I got shit.
All right.
I'll go wherever I need to go.
There you go.
What do I care at this point? People didn't poop in high school. It was the weird taboo thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I can go back in time to high school Brett, I'd say, hey, take a dump.
Yeah.
Go have fun.
Right.
Get that hall pass.
Right, get that hall pass. Take the 20 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Only because I was one of those kids, right? You're shy. I was traumatized in school. We won't get into that here. But you don't want to, because you get the hall pass, you go to the bathroom, you come back 15 minutes later, everybody knows you just took a poop.
Yeah.
And God forbid somebody walks in and it's a particular way, then you're known as that kid forever. It's tough.
Part of it, I just want to I should have been who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? Right, everybody poops.
Who cares?
Right, everybody poops.
Yeah. Just pull it on your pants and poop right in the class.
That's right.
Not right now. Not now.
Trout.
No,
yeah.
please don't. Yeah, please don't do that if you're in high school listening to us.
Don't.
Number one, why?
You're right.
Number two, yeah.
We have a huge contingent of high schoolers that listen to us.
Oh God,
particularly at high school, while they're in class, they're listening to us.
Listen, when I was in high school and we had computer class, I would just go to 411mania.com and just read all wrestling all day.
Nice. Well, there you go.
They're like, use it for educational purposes. I was like, yeah, I need to know if Kurt Angle beat Samoa Joe last night.
There you go.
That's what I need to fucking know.
That's hilarious. You were looking up TNA results.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think I was a senior in high school. That was 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. Damn, I missed that website. That website used to be awesome.
All right.
I haven't been on it in ages.
I've never partook in any of those websites.
Oh, man. Dude, some of the articles were always so good. Oh, yeah. I always say Larry Zonka, rest in peace, helped shape my fucking fandom.
Yeah.
Really did, man. He was awesome.
That's who we have to blame.
No, man, we thank him. Larry was awesome. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing else? Nothing else popping off?
I got nothing, man.
Yeah? Well.
Nothing.
Well, we got a lot.
Yeah, no, my left knee barely works.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. No idea. I'm old. Knees.
They're not that old.
I'm old.
You're old.
So I've been icing that, trying to take care of that. It's feeling a little better today.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
Come on, brother.
This is rough.
Start doing yoga.
Yeah, I'm well aware of what I should and shouldn't be doing. I'm at that strange crossroads in life. With anything, it doesn't have to be physical fitness, where I both want to be physically fit, and I also have a strong desire, an equally strong desire to do nothing.
Yeah, it's an everyday struggle, isn't it?
So I'm I know what I should be doing,
but I just don't want
to do that fucking work. You know how long that takes?
Yeah, I don't want
it. Took me a long time to get this bad. It's going to take me twice as long to get anywhere better.
It's true.
But I do have to start getting better at that kind of stuff because I'm a physical disaster this week.
Let's get your stretches.
So I'm gonna be riding.
Coming to work you over?
No.
Going to stretch it?
No. I'm gonna be rocking the camping chair at the LVAC this weekend. Man. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been able to stand up for like more than 20 minutes without excruciating pain, or my legs going numb. But
gotta get fixed.
But I'm gonna be sitting at the LVAC.
The $6,000 man. We gotta fix it.
Oh God.
Let's go.
6 penny man. It's
held
together with paper clips and paper mache.
Good. Well, stop feeling bad.
Yeah. Start feeling
good.
Emotionally, I'm pretty good. As good as I can be. It's physically that my body's failing me. I'm also one of those people that, like, I need to be pushed to the absolute, like, edge of misery before I'm like, okay, maybe now I should do something about this. You know what I mean?
All right. I understand.
So I'll get there. It's close. This week's close.
Well,
if the problem again, welcome to WeNeedWrestling. Also, my physical rundown. The other problem is, and we're talking wrestling. The wrestlers have this problem. Is that I would love to work out, but working out would require both of my knees to function properly.
Well, you got to get your knees fixed first.
Right, I can't get them fixed. I got nothing to fix.
Well, they could do
can't get
things.
I should. Michelle told me I should go for cortisone shots.
If you need to do it,
yeah.
Why not?
That means I have to see a doctor. I haven't seen a doctor since my doctor wrote me that letter about how he's intimidated by me and I can't go back to his office.
You're so northeastern Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, that's why my gram didn't go.
Yeah.
Guess what happened to her?
I mean, I would assume, I know that she's passed away, but I don't know if it's a direct correlation.
Yep.
It's like the day she decided not to go to a doctor.
Yep.
Yeah, she's like completely strong and healthy and is like, I'm never going to see a doctor.
Yeah.
And just drop dead.
Well, like Joe says, I don't go to the doctors because then they tell me bad things.
Exactly. If I go to the doctor, you can tell me what's wrong with me, and right now there's nothing wrong with me, technically.
Right.
You know?
Well, all right.
So, this is what it is.
I can't lift worth of shit right now, but I'm still doing it.
I got that,
I'm trying.
I got I got those Terry Funk Beyond the Mat knees.
But you can still wrestle the match.
Well, is that a good knee or a bad knee?
Yeah.
Terry, I don't know how you're walking.
I don't know how you're walking, Terry. But can I wrestle the match?
All right. Let's get on with the wrestling. We got lots to talk about.
Yeah, do you have any Dooge news?
Oh, shit. I got to Google the news.
I have a feeling there might be spoilers in the news.
Yeah.
Spoilers. If you don't fucking know by now, you're living under a rock of cool shit that's happened.
Oh, really? There's spoilers for today?
No. I'm sure people are reporting about it in the news of
Pro Wrestling
the winners of things.
John Moxley, Sports Illustrated. John Moxley has a whole dissertation on why blood belongs in pro wrestling.
Oh, could you link me that?
Yeah.
I would love to read
that. That's a great article.
Can we just read that instead?
He doesn't always intend to bleed in his matches, but he finds that getting busted open often goes hand in hand with the sort of performance he strives for.
He's the fucking man.
This is a long article. It's going to make a lot of people very upset.
Yes, please send that.
Sports Illustrated. Working on it. Copy.
You know where you could put that, DJ?
Where?
In the brand spanking new, soon-to-be named Network Discord.
Oh, we're inviting people to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess this is your... There's your one and only invitation.
There it is.
You can do that and put the link there. Cool. Mm-hmm. I don't know the link offhand. Is it discord.com/soon-to-be-named?
I have no idea.
I don't know how that works.
I don't quite understand Discord all the way. So.
You know what, dude? I've learned it. I picked it up real quick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the longest time, I was definitely like, I don't know what to do. Now I'm like, okay. I'm bouncing around
This is like a little bit of a smaller message board kind of deal.
I like it.
With different channels, yeah?
I used to be big on the boards.
Okay.
Brother.
So how do you feel about Blue Sky or Threads or Hive or Mastodon or Spoutable?
I deleted Mastodon off my phone.
Yeah.
Because I never used it.
I don't think anybody uses
Hive
that.
I also deleted because I never used it.
Hive's out there pushing, though.
Are they?
Yeah, they want to be.
I'm good.
Was it Threads just because it's linked to something else? They had like
easy.
50 million signups or something in the first day.
Yeah, it's easy. Blue Sky.
It's still Zuck, though, and Zuckerberg stinks out loud, too.
I kind of want to see him beat the fuck out of Elon, though.
I like Blue Sky more than I like Threads.
Yeah, I agree. Blue Sky feels more Twitter-ish.
Yeah, it's a more one-to-one replacement.
But who knows? Twitter didn't work for a day. Twitter's been working fine ever since.
Well, your boy Elon threatened to sue Zuckerberg now for Threads. saying he stole intellectual property and whatever algorithm and whatever. I don't know.
I hope they both punch each other in the face at the same time and just combust.
Right. I hope they have that match on my Dream WrestleMania card.
That'd be real cool.
But yeah, where the hell were we?
Discord. Soon to be named network as a Discord.
Yes.
You can go there. I don't know the link.
I have no idea.
So here's your invite.
Yes.
Go look. I don't know. We'll put a link out there.
Go on Discord, look up Soon to be Named Network. It's out there.
You'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was Googling the news. Shit, we're all over the place. Sports Illustrated really distracted the shit out of me.
I'm surprised you didn't put up the other Sports Illustrated article with Cardona this week.
Oh, I no.
Just talking about, he's the hottest free agent.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Cody Rhodes called the biggest babyface in pro wrestling from Ringside News.
Okay.
I was once called the biggest babyface in all of France, but what does that matter? Doesn't do no good.
Were you really?
No, but people can call you whatever they want.
I was like, wait, why? What?
The Sportster 10 Ways Modern Wrestling is better than the Monday Night Wars.
Okay.
Ooh, big free agent expected to join AEW 3 hours ago.
Kota Ibushi.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Everybody knows that. That's not news. Rampage 100 spoilers. We don't want that. WWE's push into college sports is already creating new pro wrestlers. Potential spoiler on mystery partner for the Elite.
Kota Ibushi.
Yeah. Let's see. 8 wrestling personalities who say ridiculous things for attention, and the image they're using is Bubba Ray Dudley.
Well, yeah, because fuck that guy forever.
We're looking at... Okay, well, hold on. We're going to run down the list. You ready? 8 wrestling personalities who say ridiculous things for attention. Number 8, Ryback.
Okay.
Number 7, the Disco Inferno.
Yep.
And the picture is him in a chicken suit, so that's funny.
Chicken.
Number 6, Dutch Mantel.
Yep.
Number 5, the Road Dogg.
Yep.
Number 4, Eric Bischoff.
Yep.
Number 3, Bully Ray.
Uh-huh.
Number 2, Vinny Rue.
Okay.
And number 1, Jim Clarinet.
I mean, all pieces of shit.
Right. A very accurate list. The one thing they all have in common is nobody actually wants to hear any of their goddamn opinions.
Suck.
Yeah. So there you go.
Good.
Out of that entire list of 8 people, gun to your head, you have to listen to one of them. Whose opinion do you take? Ryback, Disco, Dutch Mantel, Road Dogg, Eric Bischoff, Bully Ray, Vinny Russo, or Jim Clarinet?
Probably Bischoff.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, because, I don't love the guy by any means, but WCW rocked.
Yeah.
Talk about WCW.
He's real bitter about all of it now, and lies a lot.
I could see through his bullshit.
Jim Cornette has the most appeal, but you have to wade through too much bullshit. So that's not going to happen, right?
And he doesn't like John Moxley, and I don't understand that.
Vince Russo is just an outright lunatic.
Yeah.
Bully Ray is the Alex Jones of professional wrestling. I will never listen to him. Bischoff's in the run-in. Road Dogg, I think, got himself in trouble, but I used to like Road Dogg, but he's got some bad opinions.
Now
Dutch Mantel's a racist.
Yep.
He's an everythingist, really.
Yeah.
Is the piece of shitist.
Brody King called him a piece of shit.
Right.
The other day.
I will never in my entire life listen to Disco Inferno.
No.
And Ryback, no way. So.
Ain't no way, ain't no how, brother.
So that's where we're at.
I would say to take serious or entertainment. I'd listen to fucking Ryback.
Yeah.
Because he's a dummy.
He is a dummy. That's it for
all right.
The Dude Who Googles the News. Play a little smooth jazz there. All right. Where are we going? Where are we going?
So,
are we talking?
Real quick.
Yes.
This past week, Darren Drozdov passed away.
Oh, that feels like forever ago.
Yeah, Droz. I think
Droz died.
I think he was 54,
yeah.
I believe. He has been paralyzed.
Yes.
For 24 years.
A long time.
Yeah.
He was not expected to live that long.
No, for sure not.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously his famous shit is Beyond the Mat.
Right.
Right. He's gotta puke.
Yeah. Best replacement LOD member?
Well, you have between him, Heidenreich.
Yeah.
No, fucking Ahmed Johnson.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That was like a one-off, though, right?
Didn't matter.
Okay. I'll allow it.
I can't say about Droz because that was that storyline about Hawk being a drunk.
That was that
And
when he
falling
fell
off
and the
the-
shadow fell
yeah.
after. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not great shit there,
Right.
pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Ahmed.
Okay.
Definitely not Heidenreich.
No.
Even though, listen, I got love for Heidenreich.
I got a lot of love for Heidenreich, but not
I would definitely read his disaster pieces any day.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Draws did
rest in
pass
peace,
away.
Draws.
So
Yeah.
Denver Broncos set up like a scholarship fund.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Yeah, so I thought that was real cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sad.
Right.
I guess that we'll get.
Can you imagine in 2023 being the Denver Broncos and having to explain what Draws did on the field?
No,
To his, you know what I mean? Like that is
he wouldn't be allowed to do it now.
right. That is a very 90s thing.
Yeah,
Where he would just puke on the football.
yeah. He's gotta.
He's got up, yeah. He's got up, yeah.
I know tonight's the add-ons clip show,
Yes, well,
but I hope that gets played.
is that won't be around the same time. As
No,
us
but,
talking,
you know,
because they got
And
the
any
big-
chance you get to play that clip is always
That's true.
wonderful.
That is true.
All right, so I guess we're getting to wrestling.
Yes, I watched Women of Wrestling. Wow, on the CW this week.
Why?
I don't know. It was on my television. I was real good at watching wrestling all this week. I was really up to date and on top of things.
I was very on top of things.
And I was just sitting here and it was on. I had watched the last hour of Raw, but I couldn't tell you anything that happened in it. And then I watched Women of Wrestling. One match, Candy Crush versus Penelope Pink. And it was terrible. But I just wanted to bring that up because we're going to change things about this show. So we're not going to talk about Women of Wrestling ever again because it was terrible.
Yeah.
But what did you... was Money in the Bank this week?
It was Saturday.
Jesus Christ, we have so much to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
Which is why we'll get into why we're
Yes.
switching things up a little bit later.
Right.
But for Money in the Bank, I did watch both Money in the Bank matches.
Okay.
I thought they were both really good.
Good. Well, I heard a lot of people talking good things.
LA Knight did not win, unfortunately,
I saw.
which is fucking bullshit.
I believe that I told you when they added Priest to that match that they're very high on him because of those two performances
Yep.
with Bad Bunny and whatever else.
Well, he certainly has the win.
Right.
So
He's going to win that title off of Seth Rollins.
Probably. That or else he's going to beat Gunther.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
The women's match, Io Sky won,
Yes, I
which
saw.
is going
Very
to be
great.
her beating Asuka, hopefully.
Yeah.
Like that, let me get a nice feud from them.
Right. I just want them to yell at each other in
I
promos
loved
more.
the finish of this.
Yeah.
Zoe Stark brought out handcuffs during the match. They were going to handcuff Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Something happened. I don't know. Got distracted. At one point at the end, Bailey and Becky are climbing up the ladder,
Mm-hmm.
and Io Sky grabs them both by their wrists and handcuffs them through the ladder together.
Oh, that's cool.
So fucking good. And
That's
then
a cool spot.
Io climbs up over Bailey and gets
Nice.
the briefcase. So that was awesome.
Yeah. But they were in Damage Control together.
Every woman for themselves.
Is Damage Control done then?
No, they're still together.
Okay.
Dakota Kai's out.
Yeah, I
obviously
know
with
that.
injury, but
yeah.
no, well, during the match, Io was climbing and Bailey pushed the ladder over.
Well,
You know,
all's fair then.
yeah. Mr. John Cena made it a surprise appearance.
I saw and announced WrestleMania somewhere.
He's trying to push WrestleMania for the UK.
That's weird.
A lot of people feel like it's grandstanding because they see that All In has sold
of Wembley.
75,000
Yeah,
tickets.
Right. Well, because if they set the record, then they're absolutely going to run it there to try and break the record. And they will, because it's
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
They should, right?
They'll at least lie about it.
Yeah, or just lie about it. Fucking lie.
Right.
But yeah, he had a little showdown with Grayson Waller, and a lot of people said they got more out of that 3 minutes with Grayson Waller than he did for 2 months with Austin
yeah.
Theory.
Is Waller on the main roster?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
I don't think he's wrestling yet.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
doing the talk show bullshit,
Oh, okay.
which, whatever.
Right, yeah.
But I'm always happy to see Cena show up.
Yeah,
Makes
sure.
me happy.
Yeah.
And then the main event, the Bloodline match.
I saw about this too.
Yeah, Roman and Solo Sikoa against the Usos. Mm-hmm. Usos won Roman's first eating of a pin in 3 years,
Yeah.
I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said the last person who beat him was Baron Corbin.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Where's he at? Oh, yeah.
Permanently in NXT now.
Yeah.
This match was fucking awesome, though,
Yeah,
man.
good.
So good. Tons of drama, of course.
Right.
WWE does the drama. They do
Yeah,
it
of
well.
course.
Crowd was awesome. Solo kept doubting Roman Reigns. Like, you could see him during the match. Yeah. He's like when Jimmy kicks out of the spear and the Superman punch, and Solo kind of like starts looking at Roman like, oh, maybe you're not the fucking tribal chief, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Match was seriously fucking fantastic.
Oh, good.
So Monday Night Raw?
Yes. I watched the last hour. I just can't tell you. Oh, I do remember the very end. Go ahead, though.
Shayna Baszler was awesome.
Oh, yeah. She beat the shit out of Ronda.
Yeah. So at the pay-per-view during their women's tag title match.
Please, PLE.
Pardon me. Shayna laid out Ronda in the middle of the match, even though they were the tag champs.
Okay.
You would have thought like one of them eats the pin and then Shayna would lay her out, you know? But right in the middle of the match was kind of weird. Okay. So the next night on Raw, Ronda comes out. And before she even says anything, Shayna comes out to the ring and she's like, Ronda, trust me when I say this, nobody wants to hear you on a microphone.
It's true.
And she probably cut the best promo she's ever cut.
Good. I like Shayna.
Just talking about how Ronda didn't pay her dues. Ronda wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. She's like, where were you when I was like setting up a ring? Do you even know how to set up a ring? Wrestling in front of 30 people and barely getting paid.
Right.
Because you come in, you waltz right into WrestleMania. I was like, that was fucking cool. And then Ronda like sidekicked her in the stomach and Shayna got the upper hand. And Shayna fucking murdered her with a knee.
Because Ronda tried to stand up and fight somebody.
That's the problem.
It's been the problem.
Shayna murdered her with a knee, and it looked so good. And Ronda barely sold it. Well, she sold it like death at first, then immediately no-sold it.
They should bring in Holly Holm to be in Shayna Baszler's corner.
Fucking Ronda was seeing ghosts on the ring. And I'll tell you what, the other match, really the only match I watched from Raw, was Rhea Ripley versus Natalya.
Heard it was awesome. Didn't see it.
They, the past few months, they've been running like the Natty versus Rhea thing.
Yeah.
Where Rhea would just completely stomp her the fuck out. Like,
I saw Natty win like a bunch of Guinness records or whatever too.
Yeah. So this time Rhea was on her way to the ring and Natty attacked her from behind to get the upper hand. Seriously, man, this match was real fucking good.
Natty's a good wrestler. People forget that.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Rhea hits this like wild fucking kick during the match. It looked awesome. Yep. Selling like a motherfucker. Looks like a powerhouse though when she's like getting the power spots. Right. She had her mouth busted open. One of my favorite spots is when somebody comes off the top rope. And I think like in a moonsault, you come off the top rope and the person catches you with their feet and you keep like turning. I think that was incredible, and this happened during the match.
Nice.
But yeah, this was seriously
Who's doing moonsaults?
Rhea.
Oh.
She's fucking awesome.
All right.
Rhea rocks. But this was seriously like, whoa, holy shit.
Yeah, I heard it was really good. Natty said this week that was like one of her favorite matches of her career.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. It was seriously like, wow.
That's cool.
This is really fucking good.
Good.
So, all right, that's all I had for WWE.
So, then at the end, though, didn't, there was what was the main event? Something with Seth Rollins, somebody... And then Seth Rollins gets jumped, and then they try to convince. Oh yeah, Seth's all beat up, and they try to convince Priest to go and cash in.
Because it was Seth and Dom Mysterio,
right? And then they try and convince Damian to go cash in, and then he goes to, but then Finn comes out and stops him. So there's beef.
He hits Rollins, and Rollins flies into Priest on the outside.
But there's like beef between there's dissension in the
because I saw
the Dark Order. What are they called?
Judgment
Day. They both wear purple and black. I was confused.
So I saw at the pay-per-view. I didn't watch the match, but the end was like because Priest already won the Money in the Bank. Balor's going to hit Seth with a stomp, and Priest starts to go into the ring with his briefcase. And Balor was like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. And ended up costing the match, and Rollins won. So
interesting.
Yeah. Okay. A little dissension.
Well, there you go. So. All right. Yeah, but I watched that. That was the end of Raw.
Yeah. So, AEW. Yes. Before we get into it, so I said to you before we started this. Right. We're going to switch it up a little bit. Yes. Simply because there's an extra 2 hours of wrestling a week. Right. Not that is the only reason, but I don't like just saying, hey, here's a match. Yeah. What'd you think? It was okay. Yep. Yeah. Let's move on.
So we're going to cover AEW sort of how we cover everything else.
Yeah, essentially.
Because
there's 5 hours of AEW television now a week.
Right. And I think both of us do like AEW a lot better than a lot of the other product.
Absolutely.
And it will be the only thing that I watch all of. But you are right in bringing this up. We don't have to talk about everything.
No.
So sort of...
Let's also talk about things that are good, bad, and ugly.
Right.
But I just don't need to mention something for the sake of saying.
Right. There's got to be something to talk about, not just this thing happened for it to work.
Yeah.
Sort of maybe like a skippable, unskippable, but kind of, whatever. So, yeah. So, because there's a ton of AEW content, and we don't want... our goal isn't to only be an AEW show.
Yeah, and I feel like last week was heavy AEW with Forbidden Door,
right?
But it did start to feel that way a little bit.
Yeah, and because we do cover that in depth, while Japanese stuff we watch what we watch, and all other stuff. So so we'll try and rein it in a little bit,
tighten it up, trim the fat, right? That's what we're gonna do.
We're trimming the fat. All right. Well, this will be my last show.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Everybody, thanks for listening.
Don't make me throw this empty can at you.
Just follow me on Wings on Wings, the fatless show. no fat to trim off of Wings on Wings. All right.
But anywho.
Yes. So where the hell do we start?
Rampage. And we've been saying with Rampage,
Rampage
we're not covering the whole
stinks.
thing anymore. Unless it's a really good card, which they had a really good card, what was it, 2 weeks ago? Mm-hmm. And now they're back to having shit.
Right.
The only thing I have listed for Rampage was for the ROH title, Claudio Castagnoli versus Commander.
Yes. I have two things.
Okay.
Yes. Opened with Claudio versus Commander.
I didn't think it was that great.
No, I liked it.
I didn't.
Okay.
A little sloppy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I liked it.
Didn't.
I liked seeing lucha-based Claudio again.
Yeah.
Because, that's what I'm saying. It's the best thing from either of these guys we've seen. But, I have very fond memories of Claudio just standing and throwing people around, making it look like they're doing lucha stuff to him. Yeah. Looking at you, Equinox. But I liked it. I thought the European uppercut that Claudio throws off of the dive that Commander does, I thought it killed Commander. I thought he was dead. But I thought it was good. Not great because it's not even great on Rampage ever. But I liked it.
Yeah.
Bummed you didn't. That's a shame.
It wasn't so much Claudio as it was Commander.
Okay.
So all right. And listen, I get it. Fucking shit happens during a match, and not everything's going to be perfect. Nor do I ever want really much to be perfect in wrestling. But man, lucha, when they mess something up, they mess it up bad.
Yeah, well, because it's high risk, brother. All of it's high risk.
Even WWE during the Money in the Bank match, they were doing this thing where Logan Paul and Ricochet were getting teetered off a ladder. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to kind of both land on the top rope and springboard and do a Spanish fly through tables on the outside, and it got fucked up.
Okay.
And Ricochet somehow recovered it, but Logan's a real nasty bump, almost head first into the table, and I was ooh, it was bad.
Yeah, that stinks.
So I get it's high risk, but sometimes just I don't know. It reminded me of last week AEW Vikingo in that tag match with Keith Lee and OC. He was off. Something was off, and it just wasn't good.
Yeah, I was listening. I told you this off air. I listened to the old What Happened When with Eddie Kingston, and Eddie in that says sort of that lucha's not really his thing.
Yeah,
and I'll watch. I like all wrestling really, but lucha is just a weird spot for me. It doesn't connect, and it might be because of that. Because the highs are real high, but if a low happens, it could derail all of it.
And that's how I felt with this. Down probably the last 5 minutes I thought were really good.
Okay.
But the rest of it, I'm oh man, it's just something's fucking off.
All right, you hate Claudio. I get it.
Listen, I hate him. Eddie Kingston hates him.
I said last week, I'm on team fuck Claudio. I'm with you.
No, I'm with you here. I don't know if you are.
I am. I'm here. So fuck Claudio as a human being.
No, I'm not as a human being.
The other thing I have... I want to shit on the rest of this show. This was a bad fucking Rampage.
So,
I'm not going to do it.
No. Hold on.
Yes.
I said good, bad, and ugly.
Right.
If you feel there's something worth saying, in the words of Christopher Walken, say it, baby, say it.
So there's not.
Okay. Well, all right. I'm just saying.
I am not going to I'm not going to disrespect our time and our podcast talking about how they think they could just put a new fucking robe on QT Marshall and people are going to give a shit.
Well,
I'm not going to say
you're not going to say
I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
Not.
It's called growth.
I'm not going to say.
Growing.
All right. I'm not going to say that they put Jan Spears on my TV.
You're not going to say
that. I don't even know who won this match because I refused to watch it against the Blade. I'm not going to
say that.
In the interest of the new format of the show, I'm not saying those things.
I like it. Good.
What I am saying is that Hikaru Shida threw really great forearms in her match against Taya Valkyrie.
Okay.
And that I don't understand. It is a reversal roll-up win, which makes me happy. I don't know that they say on this during this match that Taya Valkyrie's AEW record is 6-3, and I take umbrance with that because did she not lose to Jade Cargill a minimum of 29 times?
It felt like it,
right?
It certainly felt like it.
It's like 6-3. That doesn't make any sense. She's lost to everybody, and Jade Cargill over and over and over again.
It certainly felt that way.
But Sheeta looked good as she can against that turd of a wrestler.
And then she had a good match too.
Yes. Well, but she was throwing great forearm strikes.
I miss Sheeta.
I like Sheeta a lot. She's wrestling Mina Shafir this week.
I might watch that.
On Rampage.
I might watch it.
I'll always watch Sheeta.
Yeah.
I don't think Marina's bad. I just think she's personalityless.
Yeah, she's dry.
Right, she's dry. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
That's what it's like she hasn't put she's the shoot fighter turned wrestler who hasn't figured out the wrestling side of it, like say Tom Lawler, who is great.
I fucking love Tom.
He's
Lawler.
a better wrestler than he's easily the best.
He's so good.
MMA guy turned pro wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Not counting Phil from Chicago.
Well, he was pro wrestler turned MMA star.
True. That's true.
Turned back to pro wrestler.
That's true. Bobby Lashley's good though too. But Lashley was a wrestler first, right?
Yep.
So that doesn't count.
Nope.
Pure MMA to wrestler. Tim Thatcher. Right? Was Thatcher an MMA guy or is he just wrestling like an MMA guy?
He's just wrestling guy. Okay.
So Marina Shafir, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler.
Matt Riddle.
Filthy Tom's way better than Riddle.
Filthy Tom Lawler kicks ass, dude.
Yeah, I think that's Sakuraba.
Tito Ortiz.
Masakatsu Funaki.
Rampage Jackson.
Did Rampage Jackson pro wrestle?
He was in TNA.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man, there's so much impact I could show you where you would just be like, who?
Yeah.
Why?
Wow.
Like when Tito Ortiz showed up when he was the problem solver or some shit.
Oh, gee, he's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of problems, I did watch the clip of Inoki coming out and yelling at Gallows and the Predator.
Isn't that amazing?
It floated around today again on Twitter or Threads or wherever. And he's just like, no, bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit. Wrap it up. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, incredible. God, I love that clip.
I saw somebody say, how has Gallows been like employed in professional wrestling for as long as he has?
He's a faction man.
Said, never underestimate the power of popping the boys.
Honestly, truth. That's fucking truth.
How do you think Triple H got where he was?
He was popping something else.
Popping lots of things. But that's it for Rampage.
All right.
I still like Sheeta so much. Still like my favorite in that division. The only one who comes anywhere close is Jamie Hayter. But Jamie Hayter's hurt, so I don't have to.
What about Statlander?
Oh, I like Stat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot because Stat's been out for so long.
Yeah.
I like Stat.
Stat's cool.
Yeah, I like Stat a lot. I still like Sheeta better.
All right. So that's Rampage.
Yes.
You want to get a Collision?
Well, we are Colliders.
I know this fucking Collider does, baby.
All right. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a Collider or a Dynamo. People aren't Colliders. Colliders. I saw people saying Collider's already going to get Collider. Collision's already going to get canceled. They're going to move the time slot.
Oh,
blah blah blah. You think Saturday at 8:00 is a big time slot for this fucking network?
Nope.
What was on that network before?
Probably a movie.
Fast 5, right? Which I also watched.
I was gonna say, what's wrong with that?
Fast 5 is great.
You watch your mouth.
I'll watch. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like, you know.
Yeah, it's just movies.
Right.
So,
all right.
So Collision.
Yes.
This is MJF's first in-ring match on Collision.
It is. It's crazy. The opening promo stuck around. I was worried they weren't going to be.
Yeah, that's true. They did, which I
liked it. Hobbs and Dustin, Roddy and Joe.
Yeah.
Nice little thing.
MJF.
Yes.
He squashes some local guy.
Kip Morst.
Okay. What a weird name.
Yep.
Gets on the mic, says, I don't think there's anybody even here from Hamilton.
Right.
That could come out and face me. Some big guy starts walking out.
Yes.
And then he gets cut off by all ego Ethan Page.
Right. Who I hope to God the Matt Hardy stuff is done.
I don't think it is, but who knows.
Nah.
But yeah, then MJF and Ethan Page go on to have a pretty good goddamn match.
A really good match.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, hey, it's your hometown there, Ethan. Go put on something. And they're like, all right, we're going to maybe steal the show here. This was a good match for sure.
I thought so too.
Ethan looked really good. The thing
He's got a good promo.
I was just going to say, the thing that AEW made a mistake in is that they allowed Ethan Page to out-promo Max on like a one-off. Because this isn't going anywhere.
No.
I think Ethan was a better promo and like showed it. But on the flip side of that, I'm gonna pay some praise where I don't normally. I like the Heat Seeker as a move.
Yeah, it's a good move.
I think it's cool.
Yeah,
it works. I like it. I don't know. That's what I'll say about Max. I like the Heat Seeker. I think it's a nice move.
I think so too.
Yeah.
What do you think of Powerhouse Hobbs and Dustin Rhodes?
Dustin kicked out at one of the Spine Buster, so it immediately gets 5 stars.
And he hit a juicer.
He did.
It was a random fucking juicer, right?
Yep. I saw somebody online. Was it a podcast or an art? I don't know what the hell it was, but they were talking about how like people are bleeding too much.
Fuck you.
And that like when blood happens in a random match, it doesn't make any sense, and it shouldn't have. It should be saved.
Should be in every match.
Nope. Blood's awesome.
Bullet Club Gold.
The Gun Club is officially Bullet Club.
They are officially in.
I thought this segment was a little too long, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. They stuck around too long.
I thought it was weird how, like, Jay White teased CM Punk.
Yes.
But then he was like, now we'll just fight FTR instead.
Yeah.
So that was a little weird.
Yeah.
But this did lead into Ricky Starks and Juice Robinson in the Owen Hart tournament.
Yes.
Starks picks up the dub. I thought this was good.
I thought this was very good. Juice should have won with the tight pull on the roll up. I thought that was the natural finish to this match. Sometimes when you see some wrestling matches, they go a little beyond what would have worked as a natural finish. I understand. Ricky wins this one.
Yeah.
You're not giving it to Juice. You should have, because he's so handsome.
He is a handsome man.
But that seemed like the natural finish of this match. But the Blackpool Combat Club, or the BCG, the Bull Club Gold, not the BCC, gets chased off after an attempted run at the end.
They sure did. Very Owen Hart tournament heavy show.
Yeah, what was that? That was an Owen match, right?
Yeah, the Hobbs Dustin was an Owen match.
Yeah. Interesting.
Are you excited about Christian and Sean Spears?
No. What's that in?
That was on Collision.
Oh, that's why my notes say no in all caps.
Yeah. Yep.
When are they doing that? Is that
I don't know, but Sean Spears came up and
I remember
challenge him. And I'm like, ew, go away.
He's doing the 10 thing again too in the ring.
Listen, get out of Canada
that
fast.
Dude fucking
just get out of there.
Leave him behind.
Leave him stay there.
Do like Hawkwind did to Lemmy and plant drugs in his bag,
Jesus Christ,
so that he can't get back across the border.
I agree with that. The other Owen tournament match.
Some people call that a speedball Bailey, but anyway.
The other Owen tournament match was Chris Statlander and Lady Frost.
Yes.
I know you're a Frost head.
I am. I'm a Frosty.
You're a Frosty.
I'm a Frosty, yeah.
Yep.
I don't have any notes on this. I wasn't even going to talk about it. My defense of Lady Frost, she has a good Instagram. I like her flippy do stuff because she was a gymnast first, so like her flippy do stuff is real nice.
No, else was a gymnast at one point.
Who?
Dana Brooke.
Is this really? Mm-hmm. Well, why isn't she better?
Some say she's Ricky Steamboat.
I'll tell you what about Dana Brooke. Most of the heat is off of her. I don't have the hate in my heart for Dana Brooke anymore. It's become pity.
That's become pity, and the hate is transferred over to Ty Valkyrie.
It sure has.
All right, I like it.
I now
you still like the blondes.
I feel sad. No, I feel sad for Dana Brooke because I know she tries hard, and I feel angry at Ty Valkyrie because she stinks out loud. So now it's turned to pity in my heart. But yeah, this was a match. I wish Stat would. I understand, beefing up her stuff. I understand that the rest of the women on the roster are involved in something else, so there's not much for her to do.
Sure.
But Stat's a good wrestler, so we can get maybe some higher profile stuff out of this here. The weird thing about AEW, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
All right.
But
why was Andrade screaming about his mask?
because because they took his.
It's so fucking awkward.
Well, because he doesn't know English, and they took his.
They took his mask.
They took his entrance mask.
Yeah. It was just real awkward though, the whole time. When he's screaming, "My mask!
My mask!" Yeah.
But main event, dude.
Do you think he? We talked about this last week. He can't wait to be back in WWE.
I would think.
Yeah.
Main event, which was also an Owen Hart tournament match.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So wow, every match was Owen Hart tournament.
See that Alistair? No, that's not his name now. Malachi Black. As said, like, I told Tony Khan I only want to be on Collision.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to be anywhere else.
Smart.
Because I don't. He goes, if you want to watch,
you want to be a featured act.
If you want to be, I want to be a featured act. I don't want to be fighting with 2 shows, and you want to see me somewhere, watch Collision to see me. So
that's pretty wild.
It is pretty wild. I don't know that bodes well for the history of those trios titles.
Well, they haven't been.
But they ain't using them anyway.
Say nobody gives a shit about them anyway.
That was the weird thing I wanted to talk about. We talk about now. AEW doing fuck all with their belts this week.
Yeah, AEW doing fuck all.
Stat gets a squash. Like, doing fuck all.
A lot
with
of the
belts.
singles matches are the tournament matches right now.
Right, and they're doing the lethal lottery right now too.
Yeah. The last match was
Joe versus Roddy.
Yeah, dude, this kicked fucking ass.
Yes, absolutely.
I thought this was awesome.
Yeah, these guys are great.
They beat the shit out of each other,
Sure did.
dude. That's where CM Punk drops the Collider line on commentary.
Right.
I was like, that's going to be a thing, huh? Okay. Yeah. All right, well.
He also briefly mentioned how strong Roddy was, but not in an offensive way.
No.
So that's personal growth.
Listen, we're all growing here,
all growing, right. It took him a long time.
2023, the year of growth.
He got there, right, exactly. He got there.
Samoa Joe wins by murder, death, kill.
Do you know, Brett, what's the best way to get out of the Coquina clutch?
Not to get caught in it.
Not to get caught in it, absolutely.
What a line.
That's great. Loved it.
Yeah, Joe wins.
Yeah, this match was great. Shocking. This match was great.
Right.
Joe and Roddy. Roddy is doesn't get the fucking respect.
Yeah.
Because he was sort of that tail end of Ring of Honor where everybody was leaving when he was starting to come on. Because I remember seeing him. I remember when he came up and like when he really started to blow up in Ring of Honor. But
I remember Summer of Punk, him and Punk having a match, and it was awesome.
Right, and then Punk's gone. So like Roddy's like that bridge.
He is. He's that,
and then he gets signed to the WWE and just sort of sits around. They try with him on NXT, but he sat for like a year off of TV.
What was the stable he was in?
The Diamond Mine with Stoke.
No, not that one.
Oh, he was in Undisputed Era.
The one in Ring of Honor.
Oh, I don't know.
What the fuck was it?
I don't remember.
God damn it. That's going to drive me nuts.
Generation Me.
It was Generation Me. It was.
Was it?
Or no?
No. Next. Generation Next?
No, Generation Me, that was the
Bucks.
Bucks, yeah. God damn it.
Yes.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Fuck those fucking assholes.
Holy shit.
Dude, I can't stand them. I just really can't. That's going to bug me till I find out. I'm sorry. My brain is stuck on this now. Roderick Strong. ROH. Stable.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Joe's probably screaming right now.
It was Generation Next. That's what I said.
Was Generation Next?
Yeah. Shelley, Austin Aries, Roderick Strong, Jack Evans.
Okay. So yeah, Generation
Aries was... Shelley was eventually kicked out, replaced by Austin Aries, who then later had Matt Sydal.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. All right.
Bye. Yes, but Roddy did the Undisputed Era, but when Cole and them left, he got kind of just sat. But Roddy can fucking go. Man.
Yeah, Roddy's the man.
Roddy's real good.
I'll never forget that match where I think it was Bobby Fish got knocked out.
Yeah.
And Roddy just jumped up on
his dress shoes.
Just on his, we're wrestling in jeans.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Oh, it was so awesome.
Right. Bobby Fish needed a hip replacement.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Where's the lie? That fucker. Dynamite.
CM Punk stole that from him?
Oh, dude, I hope that's a rib. Oh, I hope that's a rib.
It's definitely not. But
oh, that'd be so funny if that was.
It would be hilarious, but I don't think it is.
All right, so Dynamite.
Where are we going? Dynamite. All right,
yes, sir.
My notes are way down for Dynamite. Not Dynamite series. Dynamite.
Nope. Dynamite.
All right.
Yes. Kick it off with a blind tag eliminator match.
Yeah.
Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy.
Yes.
Against Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee, Swerve in Our Glory.
Yes.
But there was that weird promo before where Darby,
Darby stinks on that mic.
I don't know if it was he trying to insult Keith Lee or motivate Keith Lee?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You don't know because Darby doesn't know what he's doing. But when he says, even if you have to win it by yourself, I think he was saying, exclude Swerve. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Here's the thing, though. Let's talk about this lethal lottery that's not the lethal lottery. These matchups are mostly uninspired. And it upsets me.
Yeah, it's not great,
and
man.
I was trying to also explain this to Michelle because she was watching, and I was like, Darby and OC have tagged together a lot. Even recently, they would do like the 6-mans with Stinger.
Yeah.
Right? So like we've seen that. So that's how random, but we've seen it. Keith Lee and Swerve, which is an interesting story because they have to get along, were once a tag team.
Yep.
Right?
Which is fine.
But then later we get like Sammy and Garcia who are in a faction.
Yeah, they're
together.
literally in a stable.
You know, there was somebody else too that I don't even remember who.
Matt Hardy and Jeff Jarrett.
Right, that one's going to be funny. But like Cole and MJF is a really good one.
Yeah.
And that is like, well, that's a little unbelievable. What are the chances? But it's a funny one, and they're making good work with it. Meat Magic is a great one.
Amazing.
Or Magic Meat, whichever. Yeah, Meat Magic
was
was the seasoning that I love when I was a kid. But I wish they had done more odd pairs across the board. I just think it would be funnier to see some weird teams, like, you know, some really uncomfortable things. If they're going to lose anyway, do like this team is Satnam Singh and Pretty Peter Avalon.
That's what it should be.
Like, it's weird, do weird shit so that we at least get some amusement because they're going to lose anyway. These weird teams, you've already set it up where these weird teams are going to lose.
Yeah.
Maybe Hardy and Jeff Jarrett will get through.
You know, like I thought when they were doing these weird pairings that aren't weird at all, about the Eddie Graham episode of Dark Side of the Ring where they showed the clip of Battle Bowl.
Yeah.
When it was Jushin Thunder Liger and Bill Kazmaier.
Right. That's great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
For what you're trying to do in this thing, that's great.
Yeah.
It should be complete opposites, whether wrestling style or gimmick or personality, you know, like do a very straight-laced wrestler with a brawler just for that little thing, but then do a big guy and a little guy or, you know, or rivals with Keith Lee and Swerve. That is at least the more interesting story, at least for this match, to bring it back to this match.
Yeah.
They don't win for whatever reason. OC and Darby wins because they're super over. But I think
match was fucking
match
awesome,
was really good.
Man.
Right. Match is awesome. You know, I didn't like that Keith Lee sort of didn't sell much for OC. I thought that was odd. I get that he's bigger.
Yeah. He didn't sell for Darby either.
Yeah, he didn't sell for Darby either. Right. But like
he's
OC's
a big boy. He shouldn't be selling.
OC's a champion.
Yeah, but he's still smaller.
Yeah, but you know, it took like he's not a 7-footer. I thought that it borderlined on disrespect to the other two wrestlers on the other side of the ring. The way Keith Lee was like, it took.
Oh, I didn't at all.
It took multiple moves to knock him down.
Yeah, it should.
Nah,
it fucking should.
I don't think so.
It's a goddamn powerhouse, man.
Not when you're wrestling probably the most over champion in the company.
What does that matter?
Because he's Orange Cassidy. You have to keep him looking super strong.
I understand that, but so do you think like if Orange Cassidy was wrestling like Vader, that Vader should not sell, or like should sell completely for him?
Are you saying that Keith Lee is Vader?
They're the same fucking size.
Bullshit. They're the same size, but they do not have.
They're the same size.
They don't have the same attitude or presence in the ring. Oh. Keith Lee gets off his feet for everybody else.
Let me lay it out. Darby Allin trying to piss off Keith Lee before the match. So Keith Lee changed the attitude that, okay, I'm going to be an asshole during the match.
But the question becomes, was that what Darby was trying to do? Because if that's what Darby was trying to do, it wasn't very clear.
Well, yeah, because Darby insulted him on the way out, though. Well, that's the writing. You can't just blame Darby for that.
He's bad at delivery, but yes.
But yeah, oh God, I had no problem with that. He wrestled like he fucking should be wrestling.
I agree in a match that's not against a star who's bigger than you. OC is, in this company, 2 to 3 times the bigger draw.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that. But
I think you can give a little bit of leeway there. It took a lot of moves. I think he only bumped in this match if both guys hit him at the same time. And the problem with that becomes now if they want to do Keith Lee versus Orange Cassidy for the international title, OC looks like he basically can't beat him because he couldn't even knock him down in a tag match.
They're not going to do that.
Right, but eventually they could get around to it. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying you have to be sort of more aware of everyone, and so, especially with somebody like Orange Cassidy. I think Keith Lee could have done. I'm not saying like flat backing and like selling like Kurt Angle for him, but the fact that he
goddamn code red from Darby.
Yeah, later on the match, but with both men attacking him.
That's old school fucking wrestling. I love that.
It's old school wrestling for if you're wrestling in a company where half your roster's not under 6 foot.
But that's the thing. He wrestled like a big guy.
Right.
Which is great. So it's fine. Two of you got to throw everything at him.
But you do, but it then makes, like I'm saying, to think to the future, Keith Lee hasn't wrestled like that in a singles match against anyone else. It's purely he was wrestling like that because they were undersized. It's the same thing I used to have the problem with when people would wrestle Marco Stunt and not sell any of his moves. A punch in the face is still going to hurt you like a punch in the face. And Keith Lee did not sell like a punch in the face hurt him. He was too strong. I'm not saying he should wrestle weak.
We'll agree to disagree on that.
But I'm saying he wrestled too strong in this match, particularly against a tag team of people that are 2 of the biggest stars in the company.
Yeah, we'll agree to disagree on that. So, yeah, they're moving on.
Yes. And it's also the more interesting thing for Lee and Swerve to win this match.
I agree with that 100%.
Because that's the more interesting story that you can take through the thing.
Yeah.
But
I don't know why they didn't win.
That makes no sense.
That's so weird.
Yes.
It's like, are we finally going to get the Swerve Keith Lee blow off after how many fucking months?
I guess so, because they never really did do that.
No,
did
they never had a straight up one-on-one blow off match or anything,
Yeah.
So, who knows? Nick Wayne's coming in. Yeah, okay. That's cool.
That was a cool video.
I thought it was a very good video.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. 18.
Yeah.
GCW kid. So
I guess, man.
See what happens. They seem to be really excited about him.
Yeah. You get the MJF Adam Cole workout fucking package.
Yes.
Which I thought was hilarious.
Yes.
MJF, man, he's on that fucking diet, brother.
He
can put up some goddamn iron.
Yes.
You get Puff in the background.
Yeah, that was funny. I didn't notice it at first. And then everybody's like, holy shit, it's Puff. And then I looked. I was like, oh, it
certainly is Puff.
Yeah.
I like that both of them were like, hey, you can spot me, bro, right? And they're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, right.
Is this where... because then this led into the match against Magic Meat.
Yes.
My new favorite fucking tag team.
Right.
Dude, that promo was so goddamn funny.
They were really good.
When Matt Menard just said to Renee, you want to know what makes my nipples hard? And I bet you do, you pervert. She held in laughter so hard.
Yes.
Yeah. Fucking Butcher. I heard somebody say Magic Meat. Yeah? You're really turning me on. That was fucking, dude. Oh my God. So fucking funny.
It was really good. And they put that out on social media like an hour before the show.
They did, and it was so funny.
Really
that should have been on TV.
Yeah, it should have been.
Tell you what, man. I like this MJF pairing with Cole right now.
It's working.
It's so fun.
I didn't want to say that I didn't want to admit it because it's Max and I don't like Max all that much, but this works.
It's hilarious.
It really does work.
Him doing the Adam Cole pose with him.
Yes.
Doing the boom, doing the Adam Cole baby. Him just wrestling like the babyface in peril during the match was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like when he was in the abdominal stretch just screaming. Oh my God. So fucking fun.
Yeah, it was really good.
Even the post match was good with the birthday cake stuff. Yeah. Like, they're a lot of fun together.
They are a lot of fun. I joked online this was the Jimmy Jacobs segment. It seems like something, famously he did the Festival of Friendship.
Yeah.
It seems like a Jimmy Jacobs segment.
Sure did.
But I agree. It was fun. Max is, the payoff is going to be hopefully really sweet if they pull it off.
When they hit that double clothesline, man.
Well, not that. The payoff of when Max turns back.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets him the heat that he's been chasing a little bit, because this is really good stuff.
Yeah, and Cole feels like a little bit like re-energized with this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the Jericho stuff was really bad.
Yes, it was.
Boy, seems to be a running theme with that guy.
Yeah, speaking of Jericho stuff that happens after this.
Well, I was going to say are you excited for Harley Cameron, brother, and the Acclaimed?
That was before this birthday stuff?
Yeah, no, this was after the birthday stuff, before the Jericho thing.
No, I have the birthday stuff after on my notes here. Cole's birthday.
Whatever the order is, I don't fucking know.
You have Acclaimed versus the Blade and Bollywood Boys, which I did not watch.
No, I didn't watch.
And then Harley comes out and it's awful television.
Yeah, she's up on the
terrible
the Contron.
Yes, and that's where we get the first little Jericho piece, and then the second is after. So Callis wants Jericho to join.
Yeah, boy, they're really putting Harley Cameron on.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh boy,
it's real bad. It's some of the worst TV AEW's ever done.
It's real fucking bad, brother.
It's real stupid.
Yeah, the Jericho Don Callis
So
stuff.
Jericho, and Jericho's in Canada. He's a babyface. He's gonna be. It's just what it is. They haven't been doing much with the JAS anyway.
No.
So who knows? But he's sort of teasing maybe he will join the Don Callis family.
Yeah.
And then Sammy and Garcia are like, "What's your problem?" And Jericho's like, "Listen, you guys can't be under me forever."
I actually like that when Jericho said that.
And then it's revealed that Garcia and Sammy are tagging.
Yeah, that was a good line of him just being like, "Guys, I'm not going to be around forever," you know?
Right, but Jericho's, I don't think they're busting up the
No,
JAS.
that's not plants a little seed of doubt, though.
Right.
Maybe
Garcia gets recruited into the BCC where he originally wanted to be.
Must be a pro wrestler.
And then Sammy can try and get another babyface run or turn. I saw somebody say he does the double turn, where he turns on Jericho to join the other heel, to join the Callis family.
Oh, God, that would be bad.
But
you get the little Eddie Kingston recap, which will be talked about soon.
Yes. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but John Moxley's on cutting a promo. Mm-hmm. Just a recap from the stuff from last week, you know.
Yeah.
And he says, Eddie, you don't care about the new generation. Mm-hmm. And it came off very, delusional, Mox, because I don't think Eddie's ever said that.
Well, I don't think so.
And he's just answer your phone.
Yeah, right. Pick up a call.
So,
Yeah. We'll see, because he's in Japan. I mean, they both were, but...
more on that. It's very soon.
Main event.
I said we were going to talk good, bad, and ugly.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, we got the ugly before the main event.
Brother.
Yeah.
Ruby Soho and Britt Baker was real bad.
Dude, it stunk. It was so bad.
Extra bad.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, God. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but...
I did not like it.
It was just real bad.
Yeah, no, not for me.
But Britt's out of the Owen tournament already.
Yeah. She won it last year, so that makes sense.
First round exit.
Yes.
Main event, Kenny Omega, Wheeler Yuta.
Yes.
Omega gets a reception like he is a god. Mm-hmm. They're in Canada.
Right, they're in Canada.
Man, I love him
coming out to his own music.
I love him so much more outside of the Young Bucks.
Right. I mean, he's so much better.
I feel like such a broken record saying that, but it's the fucking truth.
Absolutely.
Wheeler Yuta was great, though, man. He was a little shithead during this.
Yeah, this was really good.
Awesome.
They're putting Yuta in a position to sink or swim, and he's nailing it, man.
He's not just a fall
doing
guy.
laps. Yeah, no, not at all.
Which I like.
Yeah. If he had hooked that leg on the seatbelt, he had Kenny beat. They make sure to make him look like that.
One problem I had, and I know we talk about this, the Takeshita interference.
Yeah, that's my only note on this
hitting
thing.
the Blue Thunder Bomb, and then Omega still wins.
He gets the Blue Thunder Bomb, which is Takeshita's finish, right? And then he gets some dive from Yuta and still kicks out. Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yuta should have put a little bit more time in between it or something.
Yeah,
because that's an AEW complaint from the first AEW show.
Absolutely,
is that interference rarely costs anybody a win or a loss.
Yeah.
And they don't even really track, they don't make a big deal of the rankings. In the beginning, they made a big deal of the rankings.
The rankings are gone.
But they still tell you their records and shit, but the rankings don't
gone.
matter.
Yeah,
so a win or a loss, the fans will understand that Kenny lost to Yuta via interference.
Yeah.
So it would be okay. Yeah. But whatever. The match is really good.
Yeah.
Yuta holds his own against one of the best. So.
Yeah, then you get the big brawl at the end where Blackpool Combat Club runs in. Hung Bucks run in, and then the Dark Order stops Hangman from crowning Claudio with a chair.
Right.
And they bail, and then we go off the air.
Yeah. It went off the air as the chair was taken out of the hands.
Yeah.
Because they mistimed it a little bit.
Kind of that's weird.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, Rampage, we're getting...
Yeah, Hung Bucks versus Dark Order again.
Yeah. They're trying with the Dark Order, man. They are.
Listen, man. I like John Silver. I like Alex Reynolds, even when it was just fine. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunately just without Brody. It's just tough.
Too tough.
You want to take a tough trip?
Oh, where are we going?
Tough
boy.
Let's
we don't have any other. No, that's it for it for here.
Yep.
Let's take a trip.
Take a trip, skate. Hey, we're in Japan.
Look at us. So is everybody else.
I feel good about it that everybody else is here with us this week.
Right.
And they're going to be here with us for like a whole month.
This might be the first time that Joe Sposto listens to the After the Break segment of this show.
Thanks, Joe. So New Japan Strong ran their Independence Day shows over at Corkin Hall in Tokyo, Japan.
Right.
On New Japan World, or, nefarious means I pay for New Japan World.
Right, we get New Japan World.
I support, brother.
Right.
So day one was pretty much like a setup for day two.
Yeah.
Except for outside of a couple title changes with the tag titles.
Right. It's the New Japan formula, if you will.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but I heard that Drilla Maloney and Clark Connors against TJP and Francisco Akira was awesome.
Didn't he have a different name?
Yeah, it was Dan Maloney. Now he's Drilla.
Okay.
Drilla Maloney.
All right.
I watched these live.
Yeah.
That one I kind of was like, I'm going to close my eyes for a bit. I did watch Bishamon lose the strong titles.
Yeah.
Tag titles to Alex Coughlin and Gabe Kidd. Mm-hmm. That was okay.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, it was okay. A couple of things I do want to mention here. The tag match, Momokogo and Willow Nightingale.
Yes.
Against the team of Mafia Bella. Yeah. Which is Julia and Thekla.
Right, the poison spider or whatever her name is.
This was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
I was way into it.
Yeah.
They all got their shit in, even Momokogo.
Yeah.
Who she's kind of like a fall girl in her stable and Stardom.
Yes.
So.
Not in this match, though.
No, she looks great.
Yeah, Thekla. I like Thekla's spider vertical suplex off the top. Very cool. And Willow pins Thekla for the win, and I said right after this... Willow's not winning that belt the next night.
Same fucking thing.
She's not retaining. I don't know Sasha Mercedes Monet's out time.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think the New Japan, obviously, shit got changed. It wasn't supposed to be Willow.
Yeah, of course.
Willow, they can never take away that Willow's the first ever New Japan Strong Champion.
Nope.
But they want someone of a higher stature. Julia is... big time in Stardom right now, and has announced that she wants to come work in America. So I think Julia's going to end up having a long run with this until Mercedes is ready, because that's sort of the next. I think that's the marquee matchup.
You would think,
but that stinks. That's a spoiler for next week for the next show. But this was very good. I do think that maybe Willow wins the Owen.
I don't know. She's going up against Athena next.
Yeah, Athena's a Ring of Honor wrestler.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I think still Athena. I don't know.
Willow wins. I hope Willow wins.
I think Sky Blue has a shot. I mean that.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Okay.
I get a feeling.
Yeah.
So you also had Rocky Romero and Eddie motherfucking Kingston. Teaming together. Against Kenta.
It's funny, you're going like backwards on this show.
Well, I'm all over the place, man.
You are. You're everywhere.
Fucking deal with it.
You're like a cat.
Against Gato.
Yes.
And Kenta.
Yes.
Match is nothing special, but it's cool to see Eddie.
Match is nothing special, but it doesn't matter because Eddie Kingston's in fucking Kurikan Hall.
Yeah, man.
And that's what matters.
Yeah.
He comes out and like looks around.
It's cool.
And he's wrestling.
He's wearing his Jay Briscoe shirt.
Right. He's wrestling Gato, who's a legend. He's wrestling Kenta, the mentee of Eddie Kingston's favorite wrestler.
That coward of Phil.
Right. And Eddie no-sells some Gato kicks, which I like. Eddie just being super over is the most important thing in this match, is that this isn't being night one of Kurikan Hall chanting Eddie.
It's a fact. But
it goes under 10 minutes. Yeah, it's just a little establishment
perfectly
thing.
Fine. Really, the fucking main event, man.
Well, so I also watched Team Filthy versus what is now called Monster Juice, I believe.
Was that on this show or was that the next show?
This is the Alex Zane, Lance Archer, and Oiwa.
Oh,
where Kratos hits the Gusher on this show with 2 minutes left.
So Kratos came out with his head bandaged already?
Yes.
What a sicko.
Right.
Flying over to Japan with a bandaged head and then doing that? Like, ugh.
But the match was okay. We like Team Filthy here.
Yeah, of course.
The network and the show. But Kratos, about 2 minutes left in the match, does hit a really good gusher. So that's important to mention because more blood in wrestling equals.
I don't even think that was a gusher. That was just a wound got reopened.
Yeah, wound got reopened. But yes, so the main event of this show is really what y'all want to talk about. The War Dogs thing, yeah, that's a lot of fucking blood.
Yeah.
That's
like, look at the blood dripping.
Yeah, that's a lot of blood. The War Dogs thing, so they did a weird thing. They had 2 matches because Bishamon held 2 belts.
Yeah, 1 match for the Strong titles, and then the next night's for the IWGP Tag titles.
The Bishamon loses the Strong title because War Dogs jumped them before the bell. They really go heavy story to get this over. I like these guys, but Coughlin, it just looks like he's trying so hard to have a personality.
To be a bad guy?
Like, he just, like... and I know you sat next to his best friend at that one show.
Oh, my God.
But Android is such
I wish I had something where I could scream right now.
Is such a fitting name for him because he is sort of just, like, very stiff. So he's just like, I'm just going to open my eyes real wide and yell a lot. But he'll get there because he is jacked to the gills, and I do kind of like him. Yeah. And then Yoshihashi gets the shit kicked out of him after that match.
He sure does.
Which was interesting. But the main event, Doomsday no disqualification tag team match, Homicide and Jon Moxley
brother
versus El Desperado, and his first time in a New Japan match.
Yep.
Jun Kasai,
motherfucking crazy monkey.
This goes a little over 18 minutes. Where to fucking start?
Jun Kasai's entrance.
Somehow this match spun out of Despy versus Mox, like for the death match for night 2. And they're like, well, before night 2, let's meet in a tag team match.
Yeah.
And kill each other.
Why not?
I guess because Mox wanted 16 stitches in his forehead to going into the second night.
Sure did.
So Despy already comes out with the half-torn mask because he's like, I'm going to bleed.
Love it.
Jun Kasai is a star.
Yeah.
Everybody loves him. Everybody loves the crazy monkey, the just scarred out maniac that he is. So that's great. A ton of this takes place in the crowd.
Amazing.
Where you got to see a side of Kirk and you very rarely see the seats where the seats go all the way back. So that's kind of cool. But the thing that I want to talk about the most, and like the razor board to the forehead is great. The razor board to the back is great. The fork to behind the ear, in the armpit, and then eventually the taint is uncalled for. The behind the ear.
I'm all the way here for it.
The behind the ear bothered me the most.
Okay.
That is disturbing.
Sign me up.
But it happens, and then Homicide finally forks Desperado in the taint butthole region, smells the fork, and
so
throws it away.
dude. How cool to see Homicide?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like,
right?
You know,
I think they said first time since like 2004 or something.
Well, yeah, wasn't it against Jun Kasai? Or
I don't know.
Jun Kasai went off the balcony and broke his leg.
Oh yeah, they said that right.
Big Japan. The skewer spot with Moxley.
Oh yeah, crazy,
incredible.
Yes.
That day, my boss sent me a picture of it. And it's like he's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Right.
And I was like, "Pro wrestling, dude."
So the craziest thing is right before the skewers, they decide that this is a tag team match, and they both start tagging.
I know, they start like wrestling a little bit.
Yeah, why now?
Yeah,
like why bother now? There's no point.
It's the sport of Kingston.
Right? It's like eating Thanksgiving dinner after you already fucked the turkey. Just don't bother. But anyway,
that was just said.
Despy does pin Homicide after his move, which I don't know what it's called.
Is it the Pinche Loco?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is it like the Angel's Wings?
Yeah, the Angel's Wings.
Yeah, Pinche Loco.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought they called it something with like iron or something. I don't know. I was lost there. Onto a trash can. That's the finish. Yeah. But Mox with the skewers is the skewers.
Yeah. You know why? Because he fucking rules, dude.
This wasn't when they handed them and split them, right?
No, that was the next night. That was during Final Death. Excuse me.
This tag match was awesome.
I loved it.
The idea of Mox, Eddie, and Homicide just roaming Japan together. it just puts a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Not as big of a smile as Eddie Kingston making his entrance into Korakuen Hall, which is the Mecca. I want to make sure everyone understands that. They talk about it on commentary, and I know that like Eddie said that he wants to wrestle in where All Japan used to wrestle, which is escaping me right now.
Budokan?
The Budokan. But for me, if you're telling me we're taking you to Japan, you get to go to one venue, it's Korakuen.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's what it's the Mecca. It's the holy place of Japanese wrestling for me.
I had to explain it to my boss a little bit about Korakuen. I was like, that's probably the coolest wrestling venue in Japan.
Right. Yes,
I was like, it's most historic for me anyway.
Right.
Because he's like, there's not like a ton of people here.
Small place. It's on like the 7th floor, or 3rd floor, or whatever.
I was like, yeah, that's like makes it magic, you know?
Right.
Like it's a magical building, you know?
Yeah, it's special.
And I was like,
a lot more people than you think because of those seats that go up past hard cam.
Yes.
You don't see that side very often, like I said before. But yeah, that's the Mecca. That's the only place I would want to go. If like, obviously I would go to other places, but like that's I would not go to Japan without the guarantee that I was able to see wrestling at Korakuen Hall.
When are we going to go to Japan?
I talk about it all the time. It's a lot of money and it's a long flight.
When's someone going to pay us to go to Japan?
Right.
Fuck.
Yes.
Well,
started GoFundMe. Probably don't want to do that. That sounds a little. That's not what GoFundMe's for. For us to go on vacation. That's not going to fly.
Nope.
But yeah. So this was a good. I liked this show a lot.
I thought it was great.
More interesting, I think, than a regular New Japan sort of setup show because of the people who were there.
Sure.
When they do this, and it's just, Tanahashi, man, and whoever, and these 6-mans, they're cool and they're fun. Tiger Mask 4 gets to wrestle then.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, this was a very cool night 1 of this. Night 2.
Let's hit it.
New Japan Strong. Independence Day?
Yep, Independence Day, night 2.
But this was on the 5th.
Yeah.
I woke up at 6:45 in the morning.
Good.
Because the show started at 5.
I woke up at 5:30.
Okay. I did my gazintas, if you will, to steal it from Joe, and realized that I needed to watch the last 2 matches live.
Uh-huh.
But if I got anything else in there, I'd be more than happy. So I set my alarm for 6:45, was going to sleep in till like 7:30. When I got up at 6:45, I put on my phone and looked on New Japan, and it was right at the end of the match, right before the Willow match. And I was like, all right, I'm up.
Perfect.
Let's go, because this is Willow match and beyond is what I wanted to see.
Yeah,
so,
the Eddie match ended when I started work already.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because it ended after 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So, yes, night 2.
Yes.
I have 4 matches to talk about.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
2. Willow and On, but I did skip 1, I think.
Did you watch Bullet Club Warhounds or War Dogs or
versus Bishamon?
No, not that one.
No, the War Dogs are the guy.
I think they're both the War Dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I
watched Bishamon War Dogs 2. I did not watch.
So I watched that.
I didn't watch anything with Clark Connors this night.
Okay, so I watched the Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney against Rocky Romero and Yo, and that was actually really fucking good, man.
Yeah,
I was shocked by how good it was.
That was on before Willow, then.
Yeah, tell you what, man. So Clark Connors and Drilla, their finisher is a Maloney holds the guy up in a brainbuster, and Connors jumps off the top rope and spears them while they're in the air.
Okay.
When they're dropping.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's a nice finish.
Gonna fuck up Connors down the line.
It
People
will
throwing
eventually.
spears on the ground have a hard time.
Yeah, he's gonna get fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah, Bishamon versus the other Bullet Club guys.
Yeah, I watched that. I thought it was good. So my complaint about that is that I thought because Bishamon got jumped after the match the night before, they'd walk into this all beat up. So, that's the story, right? They want both titles, so they beat them up. So I thought they'd come in, with a brace or some bandages, and working from underneath. But instead, they just came in completely healthy.
Well, they got the jump on Bullet
They did,
Club.
and they got the jump on them this time, and just basically railroaded them through the whole match.
They seriously steamrolled
Yeah, they steamrolled them this whole match. Because these are the real titles, to be honest.
Yeah, it's true.
You guys ain't... I like you, Gabriel Kidd. I like you, Alex Coughlin. You ain't ready to hold the real.
You ain't no Yoshihashi, bro.
That's right. That's right. His stupid looking face.
If there's ever a wrestler you softened on a little bit, it might be Yoshihashi.
I've been softening a lot. I don't carry the hatred in my heart for Dana Brooke. I think Damian Priest is trying, so I don't hate him as bad. I still don't want him as my fucking Royal Rumble pick. Maybe I do now.
You love John Moxley. You didn't like Dean Ambrose?
I never liked Dean Ambrose. I love John Moxley. I love Moxley with all my heart. But yeah, Yoshihashi, once he started hitting people for real, I'm into it.
I like it.
But I'm very easily turned. Like him by himself, I'm not fucking interested.
I can get pulled out of it real quick.
Pull out of it. Like Juice Robinson shows up, I'm immediately on Juice's side. That's just how this fucking works. But
that's how the show goes.
But it works. But Willow Julia for the New Japan Women's Strong title. Willow has taken the name, and she said it. They say it in Japanese, but it means the cute kaiju, which is awesome.
She is.
This crowd is split,
very split,
which is really interesting. And like I said when we talked about night one, pretty sure Willow wasn't taking this one home. She wasn't going to defend this. So she got 2 defenses. I think this was her 3rd match with the title. And that's fine. It's a decent enough run. I think Kenta had 2 defenses with this last title. That's just the way Japanese wrestling works. I wish she had a longer run.
Yeah.
And they rolled with it, and it's great. But, I saw people speculating that, like, New Japan feels that this should be on a higher level, and they want the top, the biggest non-Japanese female star to hold this belt. And, like, Willow's not there. I think Willow's better than a lot of other people who are bigger, who are more over and more famous than her.
Yeah.
But it's not what they had originally planned. And putting it on Julia, who is a massive star in Stardom, and honestly, an incredible wrestler.
She's got it all.
Is a huge star in Stardom. Has the tag titles there, or the trios,
yeah.
with Donna Del
Mondo, yeah.
So I get it. But this crowd is split. For someone who is one of the biggest Japanese female, one of the biggest Joshi stars in that country right now, to have a split audience with Willow Nightingale is a huge fucking thing.
So here's one thing I noticed about the Japanese crowd for these shows. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you noticed it or not. They were very a little like Americanized.
Yeah.
In their chants. Mm. Like chanting "This is awesome" and stuff.
Chanting, yes.
That never happens.
I know,
that's why I was like, it's cool because New Japan Strong is supposed to be the America-based promotion.
Yeah, right.
So it's like the fans are like, oh, well, this is what we hear when we watch it.
Yes.
So we're going to act like
right.
It was fucking cool.
I think maybe the atmosphere of Kirk and Hall might have a little bit to do with that too, because it is smaller.
Yeah, it could.
I don't know that you're getting that chant that started in the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
But it was, oh man,
it was really cool. It was really cool.
I agree. One thing I liked about this with Willow, she got to hit harder.
Her power was on full display in this match.
She was throwing those lariats, dude.
Yep. The crowd loved it. Like the pounce, the layer, like all of her power, the crowd loved that she and that's like cute kaiju. Like she's adorable, but she's also like a monster. Like she's powerful and big. Like, she is awesome.
She'll beat your ass.
This is one of Willow's best matches.
I thought so, too.
It was a really good Julia. Julia's had a lot of really good matches. This match was awesome. It's a bummer. I would love to see Willow have that title forever.
I would, too, but I totally get it.
But I get it. I get it. It's what it is. But, we'll see what happens. Yeah. But hopefully this, with her and with somebody else we're going to talk about in a second, hopefully it opens a little bit of eyes for some people back in their home promotions, if you will, to be like, hey, maybe I should use these people better because they are internationally liked.
Yes.
Not just liked here.
Well, and one guy we didn't mention, but we talked about earlier, the difference in Lance Archer.
Oh, Japanese Archer is amazing.
He is he's loved in Japan.
You and I have been telling people about G1 Archer.
It's a thing.
And whenever anybody sees Japanese Archer, like, oh, wait.
Yeah, I had somebody tweeted me about it because I was talking about, I said like Archer big in Japan or something like that.
Yeah.
And they said like, oh, I'm surprised, like I'm mad Gato didn't book him for the G1. It's like, it doesn't work that way, brother. But I was like, I get it. I get what you're saying, dude. Yeah. G1 Archer is a different animal.
G1 Archer is amazing.
I was like, I know he's been dealing with like some injuries shit, but like, man, him in Japan is such G1 a big
Archer
deal.
Rules. Absolutely. It works better over there.
Yeah.
A G1 Archer fucking rules.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree 100%, dude. I do hope you see Willow more. I'd love to see Willow more in Stardom.
Yes.
Right
Right, let's get her a match in Stardom.
So,
let's get her over there.
Real quick,
Yes.
what's going on with the women's IWGP title?
Yeah, that's a good
Remember
question.
Remember that belt?
Yeah, who has it?
Mayu Iwatani.
Oh, yeah, Mayu does have it.
She beat Sasha for it.
Uh-huh.
And I think
that's
that's
it.
been it.
Yeah.
It's just laying dormant.
Right. Well, because Stardom doesn't use it. It's a crossover, but it's meant for New Japan
Yeah.
shows. And because the G1 coming up, you're not going to see it anywhere.
You're not going to see it.
This wasn't a New Japan proper show.
You're not going to see that belt.
Till Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, seriously, because you have
Because
G1.
after G1's the tags.
Then you got the World Tag League. Yeah,
right.
you ain't going to see that. Maybe like a World Tag League final show or something.
They might throw it on the finals of the G1 show.
Yeah, that's true.
They might throw it there.
But yeah, it was like created and now just pushed aside.
Listen, they're trying to figure out a way to get Mercedes Moné involved. Is what all of this is.
She already had the belt.
I know. And then when she loses it, they create another one for her to come win, and she sadly doesn't.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I agree. Willow Julia was fucking
very
awesome.
good. Right.
Both are just stars.
Right. No bashing to Willow. I wouldn't dare. I love Willow.
No, she was great.
It
Dude, when
stinks
she
that
went
she
for the
loses, but it is what it is. Right. Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah. Great match. Willow fucking rules. Julia fucking rules.
Hey DJ.
Yes, sir.
You know the match that happened next?
What match was that? Yeah, it's Bishamon War Dogs 2. We already talked about it.
Okay. You know the match that happens after that?
I sure do.
Hey pal.
Yep. So
it happened.
Yeah. So the next match on the card, which I get it. It's for your title, but there is a certain spectacle coming on afterwards.
Yeah, you can't put a match on after a death match,
right?
Like that.
But Eddie Kingston versus Kenta
Eddie
for the New Japan Strong open weight title.
Eddie, by God, Kingston.
Right. Kenta is the fifth in the fifth reign. It went
Filthy Tom.
It went Filthy Tom, Fred Rosser, Kenta, Hikuleo, Kenta again.
Oh, I forgot Hikuleo had it for like a fucking minute.
He lost it right back. So this is Kenta's second time. He was third and fifth.
Dude, he had it for like a week?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yep.
Oh.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, the sixth New Japan Strong Openweight Champion.
Hey, pal.
Is the Mad King himself. The last of a dying breed. Dare I say the wild card. Eddie fucking Kingston.
It happened, man.
I cried.
I cried too.
I cried when he entered Kurikan the night before.
Yeah.
I cried during this match. I cried when he won. I've said it on the show before. When Eddie Kingston cries, I cry. It's just what it is. Knowing how much this means to him, you could see it on his face. How ready he was coming back from injury.
Selling the elbow, getting pillmanized.
Selling the elbow.
You know why? Because he's a fucking pro.
Eddie is one of the most believable wrestlers ever. He is incredible in ring. He is, on any given day, my current favorite professional wrestler.
Yep.
I think Bryan Danielson is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Eddie Engel established that he's not the GOAT because Terry Funk is the GOAT, and I agree with him.
You fuck.
But I love Bryan Danielson.
Yes. All my heart.
I love Jon Moxley.
All my heart.
I love Orange Cassidy.
All my heart.
But Eddie Kingston hits me on a different pro wrestling level than maybe no other wrestler since Terry Funk or Kenny Kobashi.
Dude, it's just different with him. Last of a dying breed is it ain't just a fucking nickname, pal.
Right.
Like it's the truth. And to see Eddie win, man.
Right. So
man.
Kenta works the arm in this, like you said.
Yeah.
The crowd is solidly behind Eddie Kingston.
Yes,
they're
in love with Eddie.
We've talked about Kenta recently. He's on a bit of a downturn.
Yeah, he's a coward.
Not doing so great. He is a coward.
Yeah.
But his matches haven't been great. Maybe it's his opponents. He's definitely up there. He ain't a young man anymore.
No.
But dare I say, he wrestled like Kenta in this match. He looks like a 45-year-old Kenta.
That's the perfect way to put it.
I don't know how old he is. I'm gonna guess he's around there somewhere.
He looks like an old man Kenta now at this point. Like,
yes,
this is the best you're getting out of him.
Yes.
And Kenta's one of those guys. Like, man,
he is 42.
I fucking love the guy.
Great wrestler.
His Noah run Oh my god!
Right.
It's just god shit.
Yes, absolutely.
Him and Marufuji, it's just
right.
Shit you could watch forever. You
Absolutely.
know. But yeah, he brought his best self for this.
He did,
which I really like that he did that.
And we've been saying, what did we say? Like when Ring of Honor, when it was Eddie Claudio in Ring of Honor. And Eddie didn't win.
Yeah.
And we were sat here, all of us, for like 2 minutes just in silence.
The room was deflated.
We were all crestfallen because we were like, how does Eddie not win this one? How does Ring of Honor not want this moment? How does the world of wrestling not want this moment to be theirs? And it didn't happen. And we were like, what the fuck? And going into this one, I've been telling everybody that Eddie Kingston is entering the G1 as New Japan Strong Champion. Yeah. There was not a doubt in my mind. Yep. Until it actually happened, and I was like, what if Eddie doesn't win it? Like, what if Eddie loses because he's facing Kenta in the bracket? I'm like, what if he loses and has to face Kenta and beats Kenta there and gets the title shot? I'm like, what if they do that to Eddie? Like, what if Eddie doesn't win? Yeah. He hasn't wrestled much. He hasn't been in New Japan Strong for a while because he's been AEW and then out with the surgery. Yeah. But then I was like, but he's the dude that beat Jay White to kick Jay White out of New Japan. Yeah. That's huge.
That was massive.
Huge.
That was massive.
And that might have been Eddie's last match in New Japan.
It was, yeah.
And I'm like, do they bring him back in this hot? And when he got out there and the crowd is going crazy for him, getting goosebumps. The crowd's going crazy for him. They're so solidly behind him. Yep. And against a beloved wrestler in Kenta, although New Japan Kenta is a different kind of animal.
He's a different guy.
And then Kenta tries the ref bump with the belt, and Eddie gets the belt from him, and Eddie's thinking about doing it, and he doesn't because he's a fucking white meat baby face.
Damn right.
And then Kenta does hit him with the Defy belt, and he kicks out. The crowd goes banana. Eddie kicks out of the Busaiko knee, and then I was like, oh yeah, everybody stole from Kenta. Everybody.
Yeah, literally everybody.
Everybody. Kenta kicks out of 2 back fists, which I thought when Eddie hit the 2 back fists and Kenta kicked out, I was like, fuck me.
When he kicked out of the second one, I was like, Eddie's losing. I go, he's gonna lose.
Right.
I was like, he's hitting Elvis
he's hit everything.
Gonna lose.
He's hit everything. And then Eddie breaks out, and commentary credited to both of them.
Shout out Ian Riccaboni and Chris Charlton.
Oh yeah, absolutely, great team.
Both they were awesome
rules. What a great decision here.
Yeah.
But that is not Kensuke Sasake's move. While he adopted it,
it ain't his, brother.
That belongs to Akira Hakuto.
Sure does.
Eddie Kingston will be the first one to tell you that.
He will correct you on the spot.
Ask Eddie who his finisher comes from.
Yep.
Eddie said in that Tony Schiavone episode that he thought Bull Nakano was the hottest woman alive when he was younger. He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Especially in a Napalm Death shirt.
Just does something to a man.
But Eddie hits the Northern Lights bomb.
Yeah.
Beautifully hits the Northern Lights bomb.
Gorgeous.
And that's it. And Eddie's New Japan champion. I might cry here, honestly.
Yeah.
I can't be happier for him. I understand why he left social media, and good for him.
Yeah, I get it.
But I wish we were just able to heap praise upon Eddie.
Yeah.
And, and he said, I think it was in that Schiavone interview or somewhere else, he said, I think it was a Schiavone interview. He's like, championships are great and they'll come and I'll get them. He's like, but I do this for respect of my peers and respect of the people who came before me. He's like, so to hear from Schiavone, to hear from these other wrestlers that tell me how much they like my work and all this stuff, that's really what I'm doing it for. The titles will come. And they will. And they did.
I want him to have all the titles ever.
I want Eddie to be Ring of Honor champion, and then AEW champion.
I want him to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Right. I want him to do everything. Right. I want him to have a belt in I'll say New Japan proper, but Strong is still great.
Yeah.
But I want him to go to New Japan, have a good run. I want him everywhere, winning everything. But he wins this belt, and it is just super emotional for him. The ref goes to lift his arm, but it's his bad arm, and he won't let him.
Smart motherfucker,
he's a goddamn professional.
Yep.
Homicide comes out and they hug and jump up and down like children.
That was the cutest moment.
That's his mentor. That's his hero. That's his mentor. That's his brother. That's, they weren't involved in this match, in the show at all, but like, they're there together. That one of them's there because the other one was going. And he wanted him there.
Yeah.
Homicide, also a legend. Yeah. Also a guy who has never gotten the respect that he fucking deserves.
I agree.
So that moment was great. And just when Eddie goes to leave and he's trying to say something and he's crying. Yep. It's just so emotional.
Yeah,
and
that got me real bad.
It's so important. It's so important to Eddie, and we know how much this means, and how much he loves wrestling, and how super important it is to hold this title and have a belt in Japan, and to wrestle in Korakuen and win a title in Korakuen. All of that is amazing. But to be selfish for a fan of Eddie Kingston for as long as I have been, for as long as you have been, for as long as everyone on the network has been, like, it's remarkable to be where we are, realizing that 3 years ago, 3.5, whatever it was, Eddie had sold his boots to make rent and was going to go back and be an iron worker in New York and to work in construction with his family. And the fact that he gets that one more call and has that match with Cody and changes the world. Changes AEW.
Do you remember where he was when he cut that promo originally to get Cody's attention?
Was it after the Ilya Dragunov match?
No. It was pandemic.
Yeah.
It was like an ICW no holds barred show in a fucking backyard with chains for ropes.
Right.
His trajectory just right then and there was
it's something, if you've been a fan of Eddie for as long as we have, and I don't want to be, if you didn't know Eddie back then, blah, blah, blah.
I ain't going to gatekeep Eddie Kingston from anybody.
From, maybe not 20 years ago, but 15 years ago and on, we all knew this is where Eddie belonged.
Oh, absolutely.
We all knew that Eddie needed this and would get here.
Been saying forever, Eddie Kingston deserves the world.
He does.
He does, man.
He's a better wrestler than your favorite wrestler. Remember that.
As insufferable as the major group can be at times. Right. I even saw posting there, just be like, God, he's the fucking best. Like everybody's just so happy for him.
Yeah. Nobody feels more real than Eddie Kingston.
He was trending on Twitter yesterday morning.
Right. She'll never. Well, I'm sure somebody's probably sent it to him, but he won't know what that means, partner.
Dude, it was a really big deal. AEW made a post about it. Congratulations, AEW star Eddie Kingston.
Right. They put it on air.
All the fucking comments under it were cool. How about you realize what you have?
Yep.
Stop fucking wasting it.
Exactly.
For as much as the guy fucking sucks, Brother Ray Deadly, he even was on his show that he's on saying hey, Tony Khan, stop paying attention to some of the guys you pay attention to. There's your guy. Mm-hmm. He's the fucking people's champ. Yep. He's the one that people want.
He is your entry level. He's your connection into the story.
Yeah.
Right? It's a lot of things, when you watch any sort of media that you consume, it's easier for you to consume a movie or whatever if you're entering it with a character you can relate to.
Yeah.
With a character that makes you feel like you know them or you've experienced
Everybody knows an Eddie Kingston.
Everybody knows an Eddie Kingston. Yeah. Everybody's got a little bit of Eddie Kingston in them.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Everybody has the friend who's friends with a guy you fucking hate.
Uh-huh.
Shout out Todd.
Jeez.
He'll never listen.
Why? He listens to podcasts.
Yeah. So everybody has an Eddie Kingston or has an Eddie Kingston moment. So the fact that he gets this, Eddie Kingston, 6th New Japan Strong,
retire the belt,
Open World Champion, Mad King Eddie Kingston, the first of his name.
Yeah. Edward of House Kingston.
Yes.
First of his name.
I can't wait to see what he does. Let's carry this fucker through next year so we can see New Japan Strong Eddie Kingston in DC.
And we can both openly weep.
Right, so we can just cry in his presence.
Yeah.
I need him to go everywhere. I need him to wrestle everybody. Thankfully, in the G1, he is. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I'm not going to make any predictions. My realism here is that Eddie's not winning the G1.
No.
I wish he would win the G1. Eddie's not winning the G1.
No.
Is Eddie going to make it? Is Eddie going to win his bracket? That is slim. I think he's got a better shot, of adding that, of becoming that second person out of the bracket and then making it to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
The thing that makes me happy and positive about this is that they're not going to book a champion to look like shit.
No, they won't do it. Nope.
So he's going to have a good showing in the G1.
Yeah.
Lots of people have really good showings in the G1 and don't make it out of their bracket.
Say what you will about the guy now, but look at David Finley's G1 last year. He was awesome.
He had a great G1.
You know,
now he's a pile of shit again.
Yeah, it sucks, but man, his G1 was great.
Exactly. We talk about Archer's G1.
Yeah.
He didn't make it out of that bracket, but he had a great G1.
Awesome.
So Eddie as champion is the best possible outcome for him entering the G1. And I can't wait to see the matches that he's going to have.
I'm so excited.
Particularly Shingo. We're getting Eddie Kingston versus Shingo Takagi in the G1, and if Shingo wins, maybe a rematch for that title down the road.
Because Shingo has gone on record being like, I love Eddie Kingston. I want to wrestle Eddie Kingston.
So
all the love for Eddie yesterday was so cool. Santos Escobar,
that was
tweeting
awesome.
about
that was great.
Joe Gacy, because they were in a stable and evolved together.
Oh, okay.
That's so cool. Him tweeting about it was Ethan Page. Again, guy deserves the fucking world. They made a big deal about it on Dynamite. You could hear the crowd chanting Eddie in the background when they're showing it. Oh, man.
And he gives the speech afterwards where he's in tears, dedicates it to his mom, his dad, and Terry Funk, which I would also dedicate to one of those three people if I ever won a world title.
I agree. Yes.
You can figure out what won. Sorry, Mom. And he just says, I'm not supposed to be here. I should have been dead or in jail.
Yeah.
Or working, a steel worker, iron worker, whatever. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. And he's like, I got nothing else to say. And he's crying. And it's just awesome and perfect. Kenta gives his little speech. He's like, I'm down to one belt, whatever. But he was like, Eddie Kingston came and I lost.
Yeah.
So.
Even his promo that first night when he's like, first time I ever saw New Japan, I was 13 years old. And it's so silly, but his fucking octave raise when he got real fired up and it just made you feel it that much more God fucking damn it. He is he's the fucking man.
Right. In a perfect world, things go differently and Eddie Kingston is wrestling in the All Japan tournament and is All Japan Strong Champion, so he can
the Champions Carnival.
Right. But that's fine. The G1 is what it is,
man,
and I can't fucking wait for that. But now to talk about two men who aren't in the G1. Is Despy in the G1?
No, I don't think so, dude.
Two men who might not be. One definitely isn't. One maybe. I don't know. I gotta look at my bracket in the G1.
You want to talk about
Final Death? Jon Moxley versus El Desperado.
El Desperado.
Yes.
Wow.
Who we've learned this week is, in fact, signed to New Japan.
I find that so hard to believe.
Right.
Because he's wrestling everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
He's doing a Freedom show again because he can't get enough of death matches.
He's working DDT.
Yeah, he's come over to here to work GCW.
In the DDT graphic, it has the lion mark behind him.
That's wild.
Maybe it's recently. Maybe they were like, oh, shit.
Because, that guy, probably the last, 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah.
He really came on strong in New Japan.
Yeah. One of the most improved wrestlers in the world.
Yeah, I love Despy. I love watching him. We were talking a little bit in the soon-to-be-named Network Discord about Despy, and I think it was Howard Dave was like, if you don't, after watching Desperado on these two nights, if you don't get it with him, I'm sorry.
Right.
The guy can go out and put on brutal death matches. He had one of my top 5 matches of the year last year against Jun Kasai.
Yep.
And then he goes and has great wrestling clinics against Hiromu Takahashi. And he's so well faceted.
Right.
And to have him in Final Death against a guy like Jon Moxley, who again is one of those guys where he will bleed buckets.
Yes.
But then he'll go on out and put on a fucking wrestling clinic.
Absolutely.
And dude, I love this.
Oh, and Mox and Despy are building a little bit of a rivalry here because the Motor City Showdown or whatever.
Yeah, that was
a really great show.
That was last summer.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, their deathmatch where Despy never gave up, but Mox choked him out. Yeah.
So they have this nice little feud going here. Yeah, they they do some things.
They beat the shit out of each other, man. Those Japanese tables don't break, man.
Despy bounces off. Despy does the like elbow drop or something off the stage and just bounces off the thing.
Yep.
That was crazy. The table only cracks when Mox drops one.
The barbed wire boards were gross.
Yep. The fucking Desperado coming out with the flowers, hiding the grated, like the cheese, the grater in it, and that's across the forehead. Mox is already stitched up.
Yeah.
Mox, I will say, neither of them hit the blood level that I expected them to. I think they thought so too, like they were, whatever.
They also bled heavy the night before.
They did. They bled heavy the night before. Maybe they drank all the orange juice and did all the aspirin the night before.
True.
Fucked
up the budget.
But wire on the table, backdrop off the apron. When they're both in the barbed wire, then it's like Jesus Christ.
That's one of my favorite spots in like a hardcore death match.
They wrap their fists in the barbed wire and do the punch exchange, which is a great twist on like what you normally see in wrestling matches.
They both hit the skewers on each other's heads at the same time.
Because Despy takes them out and hands them the Mox.
Yeah.
So we'll see everybody bitch about that. Oh, that's not real. That wouldn't really happen. Never had PJ Palaco come up on Twitter and be like, never in my life has that happened to me. Yeah, the only time I ever see skewers is when they're on a barbecue.
God damn it.
But this was awesome.
Fuck you, Aldo Montoya.
Probably the only thing that could follow the emotional moment of Eddie winning that title.
Absolutely.
I don't think you could flip it because of this match being as crazy as it is.
Yeah.
Skewering is an insane thing that has caught on. They won't show that on AEW.
No.
But those were crazy.
I love when Rick Amani pointed out, he's like, boy, look at that announce team. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Jun Kasai, and Milano Collection 18.
Yeah, right. I forgot. June is out on commentary. So weird.
He's like, boy, that's a
super over Jun Kasai.
Yeah.
Very weird. And then Despy gets in the oh, excuse me, that snuck up on me.
That did.
In the Bulldog choke and flips out Mox, flips off Mox.
Yep.
Right before passing out.
Yeah.
So again, right? Despy doesn't tap here.
No, Despy won't tap.
So Mox has he never quit.
He's 2-0 against him, but he hasn't.
He never made him quit.
No.
So this was another great one.
Yeah, dude.
It was a lot of fun.
Mox's promo afterwards was so like another just like heartfelt guy where he's like,
right.
Just saying like, I don't think you guys realize what being here means to me and how much I love this. He's like, Corkin is the fucking heartbeat of professional wrestling.
Yes.
Him
and Eddie are the same. They love wrestling so much.
Yeah.
And that's really what comes across. Like Danielson's the same thing. A lot of these guys,
they love it.
You could just tell that they love wrestling.
Yeah.
And so like I was saying earlier, like Michelle and I had that conversation. I was saying it to you about like off air, but just asking like what, why are some wrestlers on the indies for as long as they are, and some people make it in the WWE? And I explained that, it's luck, it's this and that, it's a whole bunch of factors. I said, but like AEW, you just see like, that a lot of these guys in AEW, that like the AEW contracts are nice, but like they'd be doing the same thing for $20 in the parking lot of a gas station, if they needed to because they just love doing it so much.
Look at the shit Moxley's done since he's back. Like back to John Moxley. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to do any of this.
No.
He does it because he fucking loves it.
Right. And it's nice. I don't know. And again, I'm not speaking ill of anybody from WWE, but like, particularly the people that are athletes that they train to become wrestlers themselves, or whatever. Like, I don't know that like an Austin Theory would gut it out for 20 years on the Indies waiting for his spot.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know necessarily that passion is there. Maybe it is. I don't know. But these guys just have such a fundamental love of professional wrestling.
Say we will about the guy at this point in his life, but like Chris Jericho's another guy like that. Like,
absolutely.
Like, look at those barbed wire matches against Eddie, like taking tack. Right. You don't have to fucking do that,
Did you see what Mox said about this Eddie match?
No.
So Mox did a thing and said, he goes, normally when he's on a show and he's in the main event or whatever, he goes, he doesn't watch the show. He's like, I got my shit to handle.
Get ready,
He's like, I gotta be in a certain headspace, especially if I'm doing like a death match. He's like, I gotta handle my shit. I gotta go over my shit. I gotta get ready, get hyped up, get ready. He goes, I stood and watched Eddie's match. He goes, it meant too much. He's like, it meant too much to him. It means too much to me. He's like, he goes, I stood and I watched this entire match as it happened. He goes, normally I would watch it.
That's going to make me cry.
Right. He's like, normally I would watch it the night before or the night after.
Yeah.
He's like, I'd get caught up on the show and see what was good and watch it. He goes, but he stood and watched Eddie's whole match because he knew how important it meant to his friend.
Where did you see that at?
I don't remember, but I'll find it. And send it to you. But like the storyline or otherwise, it doesn't, him and Mox and Eddie intertwined in AEW right now. For real life, they are very close.
Oh, yeah.
And just, how much that means to a guy like Eddie, so you do it for him. You're there to celebrate.
If anybody wants to know my booking of the Moxley-Eddie storyline for the next few months,
yes,
you can have it for the very low price of $4.99, and that's $499.
Okay, that's the mega tier of our Patreon.
Tony Khan,
patreon.com/WeNeedWrestling.
If you're listening, and I know you are, if you want to make some money with this,
it has been
I have some ideas, sir.
Right.
God damn.
Yes.
Mox, like that, when he mentions Danny Havoc, like that was real cool.
Right.
Yeah, man, he's just another guy that he lives for this shit. And it's so cool to see him and Eddie on like 2 nights have 2 like great matches and 2 kind of, great moments. And
right.
Man, it's fucking awesome. God damn, pro wrestling's the best.
I agree.
God damn it. All right. So, in wrap, the New Japan Strong Independence Day shows were fucking awesome.
Yes, very great.
Well worth it.
Absolutely.
And I hope that we keep getting quality like that.
Yes, me too.
So we do have a couple other stops in Japan.
We do.
One I'll run through quick because you did not watch.
I did not.
GLEAT had their 2nd anniversary show.
Yes.
So they've been around for 2 years now. I watched a couple matches from it.
I'm going to watch some GLEAT coming up, but not yet.
It's free on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
So it was one of the matches was a multi tag. It was Chihiro Hashimoto from Stardom.
Okay.
Il Lindemann.
Oh, Lindemann Mania run a while.
And Kento Miyahara.
Okay.
Against Black Generation International, which is Flamita, Kotaro Suzuki, and Utani. They came out to Blind by Korn.
That's funny.
It made me giggle real hard. This match is a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Hashimoto, Lindemann, and Miyahara were so fucking over.
Yeah, that's
cool.
They
win. Real good shit. For the G-Rex title.
Do you know the lag on it? Like, is it like how quickly do they put it up after it happened?
I think it's just they stream it live.
Oh,
and then
it
just
stays up? Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because
nice.
If you can't ever find the link, go to the Cage Match show or the Cage Match, like the page for the show. They'll say like if it's streamed, it'll say external link.
Oh, okay.
Click that, takes you right to
it. Cool. Okay.
So the other 2 I watched for the G-Rex title, the champion T-Hawk.
Yes.
The challenger Soma Watanabe.
Okay.
T-Hawk retains. Again, really good. I don't know a ton about Soma Watanabe, I'll be honest. I know a decent amount about T-Hawk, part of Strong Hearts.
Right.
His chops.
Wrestled Yuji Nagata 2 weeks ago.
He's got top 3 chops in the biz, I think.
Yeah, his chops are great.
He's a motherfucker.
Yeah, T-Hawk's awesome.
This is really good.
I know T-Hawk's awesome.
And then the final was for the UWF title.
Right, because they're half pro wrestling, half UWFI style.
So this was the champion, which was Takanori Ito.
Okay.
Wearing the shade of Nobuhiko Takada gear, the purple.
Nice.
I was like, look at you little son of a bitch. Going up against Fujita Junior Hayato.
Okay.
That name mean anything to you?
Yeah, I recognize that name.
Okay, because he was super over on that junior show that we watched.
Yes, for sure.
Less than 10 minutes it goes.
Nice.
Dude, if you like the UWFI style, which I do, I know you do, it's an acquired taste, I'll be honest.
It's a bit of a learning curve. It's not regular pro wrestling.
They beat the shit out of each other.
That's cool.
Hayato wins the belt.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome.
Nice.
This was going to be, up until these New Japan shows, this was actually my match of the week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was that fucking good.
Okay.
If you get some time, watch it. Less than 10 minutes, dude.
Free on the YouTubes.
Yeah. So, all right, that'll take us to All Japan.
Oh, we're going to All Japan. Okay.
All Japan Pro Wrestling Summer Action Series.
Dynamite Series.
Yes.
Right? Is that what it is?
Day 1.
Okay.
Was it day 1? Yeah, this is day 1.
Mine says July 2nd.
Yeah, I watched 2 from this. How many did you watch?
I watched 2 from this.
Okay. So I'm going to assume you watched the junior heavyweight title match.
You're goddamn right I did. Lindaman Mania running wild.
So El Lindaman, the challenger against the champion Atsuki Aogi.
Yes.
So they've been running. I read a little bit about it, like a little bit of a GLEAT invasion in All Japan.
Yes.
El Lindaman, baby.
That's right.
All Japan
T-Hawk wrestled
junior heavyweight
for the Triple Crown a couple weeks back.
All Japan junior heavyweight champ.
Yeah.
Lindaman Mania.
Lindaman Mania.
Lama Nama Numi. And his father, Loma Noma Mami.
I will say that I think this match was good, not great.
I
liked it.
I liked El Lindaman.
Yes. So that's my thing. Aoyagi, whatever.
Really weird gear.
He did, yeah.
He wore slits up the side, and I'm like, is he wearing bikini briefs?
Like a real man.
Yeah. Get some eyes on that, brother.
He didn't grab me that much. Like I wasn't like, oh, okay. This guy looks like somebody I should be paying attention to.
Okay.
He just didn't do it for me.
Well, and admittedly, juniors isn't your style.
It's not my style, right? I do love Lindaman Mania. He wrestles like a bigger man.
He's a different kind of junior.
That's true.
His finishing move is a bridging German suplex.
It is. But he does win in like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So Lindaman Mania running wild in all Japan. So
Lindaman Mania.
We've been Lindaman Maniacs since day one.
Lama Mania.
Yeah, so I watched that one.
Linda McMahon-mania.
I also watched
Linda McMahon-mania.
Linda McMahon. Ew.
I mean, they both have bleach blonde hair, right?
Oh, right. Hopefully, Lindaman isn't that big of a piece of shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Wonder how much he would get in the divorce.
Oh, Jesus. Did you see that McDevitt's out?
I was going to bring that up, but I forgot. But yeah.
Ooh.
So this
He's
is
been losing a bunch, apparently.
Strictly for Doug. Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
Jerry McDevitt is stepping down at the end of the year.
Right,
He's
retiring, transitioning away from defending WWE and has left the MLW lawsuit.
Yeah, because he thought the judge was going to throw it out. The judge didn't throw it out. And they said, this isn't going to see completion until 2025.
Yeah.
And McDevitt said, well, I can't take the case. I'm retiring at the end of the year.
Yep.
That's wild.
We're going to see. That's the heater right there. That's the man that gives you the briefcase with which you walk into the police station and walk out with Jimmy Snuka. So
that's the Grim Reaper. You don't beat that guy.
You do not. What a weird segment. In the middle of two matches from All Japan, we're talking about Jerry McDevitt, but it is what it is because of El Linda McMahon-mania. But the main event of this the main event of this All Japan show, Yuma Aoyagi, the brother of Atsuki, who we just saw lose to Lindaman Mania, challenges Yuji Nagata for the Triple Crown.
Absolutely.
Yuma Aoyagi is the All Japan Tag Champion. On half of the Tag Champions right now.
With Kento Miyahara.
And he challenges Yuji. The match goes slightly over 21 minutes. And we have a new Triple Crown champion.
We sure do, pal.
Yuji has had a great run, an admirable run for a man of his age.
Yes,
he looks
had it for
great.
A couple months.
He looks good in this match.
Dude, his suplexes looked
awesome. Yuji hits an apron exploder, which is fucking bananas.
Yeah, it was.
Yuji looks great, but when it comes down to it, Yuji's an outsider.
Yeah.
And All Japan wants their guys. They're trying it out. This new guy.
Hey,
I get it.
Got to do it.
So I like this match. I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
I like Yuji, so I'm glad that he got as much respect and honor as he did in All Japan.
Yeah.
But the most interesting thing about this match is, can you name for me the 3 world champions in Japan right now? The top 3 companies, who's champion in each company?
Yuma Aogi in All Japan. Sonata in New Japan.
Correct.
And Jake Lee.
Correct.
In Noah.
Those are all Japan originals.
Yeah. Wow.
The top 3 champions in Japan are all Japan originals.
That's kind of fucking wild.
Crazy. For a company that, for this show where the Triple Crown changed hands, had 50 people in the fucking crowd?
I was going to be a dickhead and say Tam Nakano for Stardom, but I was like,
no. Right.
Wow. Yep. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even think about that.
Crazy.
That blows my fucking mind.
It's crazy, man.
you know what? Say what you want about All Japan, right?
There it is.
I mean, granted, 2 of them they had forever.
That's true.
But,
that's true. But still, these guys all came from All Japan. They had to go to different places to get the respect.
I agree.
But they're All Japan guys, is what it is.
Good for them.
Absolutely good for them.
Boy, I'm sure All Japan feels great about that.
Right.
No Sonata and Jake Lee. Great.
Right.
Awesome. That's fucking cool.
Super
Look
cool.
at you. Look at you with the big brain. I like that. All right. Stardom.
Yeah, Stardom. Our last thing on this wonderful trip.
Stardom Midsummer Champions Kings of Midsummer show.
Yes.
I
definitely watched the match you didn't watch.
Okay, because I only watched 2 matches from this.
I watched 3 because I had to watch my girl Fukugen Death.
Well, of course you did. Fucking course you did.
She dresses like a clown. It does evil things.
Yep. Hey, I respect it.
Saki Kashima defeats Fukugen Death for the high. She is the current Saki Kashima is the current high speed title champion. The match was 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Saki was just kicked out of Otatai in that cage match that you didn't hear on last week's show because I fucked up the edit.
Yeah, man. Sorry, everybody.
Whatever. Nobody noticed. You noticed.
I fucking did.
But so hard to follow without English commentary. But there is big fallout from all that. Fukugen Death isn't there. But it was 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and I like my evil clown lady. That's the only thing that I had to talk about in that.
Okay.
I think we're the same on the other 2 matches. The next one is the Wonder of Stardom title match. Mirai versus Tam Nakano. No? Mm-mm. But you said you only watched 2 matches.
Yeah, I didn't watch the main event.
You didn't watch the main event?
Mm-mm.
Oh, buddy.
I didn't watch it.
Okay.
Listen, I know you're a Natsupoi guy.
I am a huge Natsupoi fan. That's why I watched it. That's my girl.
I didn't watch it.
I'm a big Natsupoi fan. Okay, well, that's interesting.
The other match I watched.
It was a Yappa Pie strap match, and you didn't watch it?
It was not Yappa Pie. If it was, I would have been.
It was an Indian strap match.
Contractually obligated to watch it. No, I watched Nene Takahashi versus Starlight Kid.
I almost watched this, but I was like, I got so much to watch. I'm gonna skip that because I'm not so sure about Nene these days.
Awesome.
Yeah, was it good?
It was pure power versus speed.
Right.
It was fucking great, dude. Nene Takahashi's running something. It's like the Passion series.
Okay.
Where she's trying to bring out the passion in some of the wrestlers in Stardom, and
Okay, well, she's a whole other generation.
Yeah,
so yeah.
She looked great though, man.
I like her.
Starlight Kid, I feel is gonna have a real big next year.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready for the leap.
Yeah, hasn't she held the main title already or no?
I don't know.
She's a big star,
but I think it's time.
All right.
Okay. I did watch the Wonder of Stardom title match.
Right, Mirai versus Tam Nakano. Yes,
brother.
Yeah.
Like, what did Tam Nakano do to Mirai?
I don't know. That's my first note is Mirai beats the crap out of Tam immediately.
What'd she do?
And tosses the ref 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tam is great.
Yeah.
I like Mirai a lot.
Dude, those forearms to start the match for Mirai.
Yeah.
I was like, she's trying to drive these through her fucking neck.
Yeah. Idaho Jones is what Mirai is in this match. Idaho Jones in this match for sure.
What about the lariat she hits towards the end?
So the lariat, the lariat that she hits when they're both standing on the top turnbuckle is a move that everyone should start doing.
Yeah.
You and your opponent standing on the top turnbuckle, and the one person just lariats the person off the turnbuckle to the floor. Start doing it, everyone.
Takeshita's been doing it.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah, remember when he did it against MJF?
Oh,
MJF
right.
backflipped out of it, landing on his feet.
Yeah. Well, everybody steal it. Who cares? Do it. It was awesome. This match, very hard-hitting, very good. Goes a little over 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Great match.
I was very like, whoa, Mirai.
And Mirai wins, beats Tam.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, because Tam has the 2 belts.
Okay.
She has the main title, and then there's Wonder Stardom. It's like their secondary belt.
Oh, yeah, I remember when she won both of them.
Yeah.
Right.
So now that's off of her.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, Mirai.
I like Mirai.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I like Mirai a lot.
Yeah, my God. When she was just punching her.
Yes.
And those lariats, oh my God. Like, I was watching it just going, Jesus Christ, what did she do?
Like, Idaho Jones all the way, absolutely. Idaho Jones might be my favorite Tazism.
It's a great
one. I'm going to use it a lot.
That or else I'll find myself sometimes just being like, her name is Willow, Willow, her name is Willow, ba-da-ba-ba.
So weird.
I love him. Main event.
You didn't watch?
Nah,
I'm shocked you
didn't.
didn't watch this. Indian
Brother,
strap
for how
match.
much fucking wrestling I watch.
Sayori Anu
Sometimes I need to cut
versus Natsupoi. You are correct. I am a Natsupoi fan.
You are. Friend of the show, Natsupoi.
Friend of the show, Natsupoi. I was excited to watch this. So this is the strap match. You have to get the pin and hit 4 corners.
Yeah.
So the match is good. Gets towards the end when it really gets really exciting. Natsupoi gets the pin. She literally ties Inoue up with the strap, like hog ties her in the middle of the ring, but then can't get all 4 corners, and then gets pissed off, and the whipping starts. And that's when they're both just bunching up the strap and just laying into each other.
I love it.
Natsupoi gets a second 3 count and doesn't get the corners. They exchange some Germans, and then Ano, I don't know how to say, Anou, does a choking murder. She does a murder.
Yeah?
With the strap. Chokes Natsupoi out to the point where she is passed out on the turnbuckle. She hangs her up and she's laying over the turnbuckle, passed out. Gets the 3 count. She slaps Natsupoi awake because she's got to move her, so she's like dead weighting her.
Sure.
So she picks her up, just starts slapping the shit out of her to wake her up. There's some neck dumps. No sells. They no sell each other's Germans back to back for 3 minutes.
Ugh.
Like they're just like literally they German suplex, stand up and go, ah! And then German suplex the other one, and then that one stands up and goes, ah! And that happens for 3 minutes.
I'm a supporter.
Until Sayori Inoue gets the win over Natsupoi. My girl loses, but that's okay. It was fun. Strap matches are fun. The other match, the Tamakano Mirai match, was better.
Yeah.
But I am a Natsupoi fan. That's who I seem to have been attached myself to a little bit.
Yeah.
I like Azumi a lot. I like Natsupoi a lot. I like Mirai a lot. Of course, Julia. Everybody loves Julia.
Well, how could you not?
But they're gonna lose her soon to America for a bit.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
So,
it's,
that's
make her way out.
That's it for Stardom. Hard hitting. They all fucking kill it. Most of the Stardom wrestlers are better than your favorite wrestlers.
That's a fucking fact, brother.
And everybody who's anybody is stealing from them. Only it's too popular to steal from them right now because everyone will know that you're stealing from them.
Yeah, that's fucking spot on.
You used to be able to steal because nobody knew what it was, but now it's too popular.
I steal, I don't kill.
Right, so
all right,
that's what that is.
What was your matches, brother?
Oh, my dude.
That's gonna be hard for you for domestic.
Yeah, because I didn't like much. I thought Dynamite was a stinker.
And you didn't watch Money in the Bank.
And I didn't watch Money in the Bank. I will go with, let's see. I think I have to go with Joe Roddy.
Okay.
There's just nothing on Dynamite that really did it for me.
Okay, so my domestic was the Bloodline tag match.
Okay, cool.
Seeing Roman.
I'm glad that Money in the Bank. I have no attachment to the WWE. Like I'm just completely behind on. I'm glad they're doing good stuff, but I have no attachment to it. But I'm very happy that their shows are good again.
It's like, listening to Tim and Marcus, like they said, this is kind of usurped Survivor Series as like the 4th
That's cool.
biggest show of the year. It's over in the UK. They haven't done a UK pay-per-view in a long fucking time. So it's really, I mean, they did like those Insurrection shows, but that was UK exclusive.
Right.
SummerSlam 92.
Right.
I mean, that's fucking,
right.
It's a long time.
It is,
so,
for sure.
Especially with their pay-per-view models doing them on Saturdays now, sometimes, why the fuck not?
Yep.
The crowd was red hot the whole time. I thought it was smart.
Right.
International?
While it's maybe not the best match of the weekend, technically, doesn't fucking matter.
Doesn't matter.
Eddie Kingston is New Japan Strong Champion.
Same.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters
Doesn't
in
matter.
life at this
point. The match
point.
is great. I'm not taking anything away from the match. It's awesome.
Yeah.
He gets as much of old Kenta out of Kenta as he possibly can.
Yeah.
And he looks great fucking doing it. Is it the best match New Japan had on that weekend? Probably not. But it doesn't matter. Eddie Kingston's fucking champion.
Yep, same. Eddie Kingston's New Japan Strong Openweight Champion.
Right.
It's a big fucking deal.
Huge deal.
Tell your friends, tell your family.
Right. That's the one.
Phone a friend, phone a wrestler.
Right.
Yeah, that's the fucking one.
That's the one.
That's the wow.
For
wow.
sure.
Did you buy anything?
Nope.
Me neither. Collapsible seg.
Cool.
All right. So this Sunday down Mahoning Drive-In
Yes.
is going to be LVAC.
Yes.
We're going to be in the house.
Yes.
Come out.
Come out and see us.
Yeah.
Brett's giving out hugs.
I will, man. I'll give fucking... No, that's for Steel Sack SmackDown.
Oh.
I ain't hugging people.
Right. Yeah, that's right. You don't want to hug the unwashed masses that had Mahoning Drive in LVAC show. It's a Steel Stack.
It's really hot and sweaty.
Right.
But yeah, Steel Stack SmackDown. I'm sorry, I got really thrown off because I just heard a noise.
Okay.
From your dog.
Yep.
Yeah, Steel Stack SmackDown tickets are up now.
Yes.
LVAC's tweeted a bunch.
Right.
Blue Sky'd a bunch.
Yeah.
Threaded a bunch.
Right.
Facebooked a bunch.
I haven't done I don't have any Blue Sky recommendations or like codes, so I'll make a show when that happens. I should make one for Threads.
I think Joe was able to get an invite because I think I saw him say before, he's like, I made one, I'm never going to use it.
Yeah,
but,
right.
You know.
Okay. But I'm going to get the show on Threads and I'm not going to use Instagram for the show anyway, really. But too much. It's all a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But
I don't post much on Instagram. I'm a Twitter guy.
Right. So I think everybody's going to remain a Twitter guy.
Yeah.
But so come see us at LVAC. Tickets are available. I'm going to probably at the gate. We haven't bought our tickets yet. So
no, they're at the gate on Sunday.
Yeah, we
I suggest probably get your tickets for Steel Sack SmackDown though.
Yes, get them now.
That's September 16th.
Yes, we are in fact general admission so that we can give out hugs and deep soul kisses.
What did you say, schmooze?
Schmooze, yeah. So we can schmooze with the people.
So yeah, that was really. So that's the week we purchased this. We bought tickets.
That's it. We bought tickets, right?
So yeah, I mean, if that's really it, you got anything else?
No, I got nothing, pal. We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
I got some plugs. You want to do some plugs?
Do you want me to do the plugs? You want to do the
plugs? Go for it, pal.
I want to try it.
All right. Less talking. I got to do the better.
I'm working on my memory. Skills.
That's good.
I have a good memory.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. It's all the flashcards you do.
That's true.
Memory Jones over there.
Idaho Jones. I only dropped one last time I heard Solo Jones. You said you'll find yourself Solo Jones. Soon to be named network.com, soon to be named network.tumblr.com, at SPN Network on Twitter.
So wasn't Solo Jones a soccer player, but that's Hope Solo.
That's Hope Solo. Yeah. Fuck yeah, brother. Again,
I think she was a bad person, though. I don't remember.
Look it up.
Yep.
We have the soon-to-be-named network Discord now as well. Thank you, Dwicky, for creating that on Saturday when the shit show of Twitter was shutting everybody down. And a lot of people thought it was the fucking end, man.
Twitter killed Terry Funk birthday weekend.
Dude, does he want that beef with Terry Funk?
It killed it.
It really did.
It killed it. I was on a roll. I was going to hit everything.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Now you got to limit it to Terry Tuesdays.
I did. So, we got through 89.
I saw it. 50
tweets later.
Yeah, soon to be named network Discord. If you want to join, holler at us. I don't know if you send a link. I don't fucking know. Yeah. I guess I can send an invite to you. I don't fucking know how it goes. Yeah. But yeah, we're at We Need Wrestling on Twitter. WeNeedWrestling.com.
Yep.
Email us, WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com. Holler at your boys. Soon to be named network. We got At Odds with Wrestling, Final Wrestling Place. Shout out, congrats to Big Tim this week. Big day. So, Long Box Heroes After Dark. Hiya Bussy. I don't know, Ed. I don't know if we're going to get that third episode out of Ed. He doesn't seem very, very motivated to do it. That's when you guys do nose beers in September. Can we get an episode there?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We'll be surrounded by furries and
all right. Well,
whatever.
What
am I missing? Anything? Wings on Wings?
Yeah, our other show that drops on Tuesdays.
Am I missing anything else?
I don't think so. I think you're
good. Did I hit everything?
I will tell you that Hope Solo was arrested a few years back.
She beat her kids.
So she got arrested at a suburban Seattle home for assaulting her sister and 17-year-old nephew. And then in March of 2022 was arrested for driving while intoxicating, resisting arrest, and misdemeanor child abuse because her 2-year-old twins were in the car while she was driving drunk.
Was she No, she wasn't the goalkeeper.
She was the goalie.
Was she the goalkeeper?
Sure. Yes, I'm pretty sure she was.
Show me a picture
She
of
was
her.
a goalkeeper, yes.
Was Yep, that's Hope Solo.
Yeah, that's Hope Solo.
Yes. So
yeah. She played with Megan Rapinoe and
Rapinoe,
whatever. That was close.
Zach Ertz's wife too, Julie Ertz.
Yeah. Oh yeah, was she on that team? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So hey, don't be like.
Yeah, I mean, shit happens. Don't drink and drive.
Don't be like Hope Solo. Be more like Eddie Kingston. That's what you should do.
I agree.
Your fucking life.
I agree.
So yeah, Hope Solo. What a shit-tastrophe she is.
Well, hopefully she's turned her life around.
I hope so as well. Yeah. Well, I guess that's it, pal.
That's it. We'll be back next week.
All right. I can't say a fun thing I said last week because I got scolded by you. I didn't get scolded, but I got a, what the fuck does that mean? And then I got a very fun text from Doug the next day.
Listen, if we could just end this show with full frontal dudity every week.
Can we just change the name of it?
Well, so that's I wanted full frontal dudity, the podcast, podcast where we comb through movies and talk about every single hanging dong scene in movie history.
Doug, you want in?
So I so badly wanted to name last week's show Full Frontal Dudity, but I didn't want to ruin the joke.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, but that I'm leaving you with that. It's just what it is.
Shit catastrophes to go around.
Some full frontal dudity. Never hurt anybody.
No. Enhance your life.
The Hims commercial.
No, what was that? Oh, no. Me and Doug, we were talking this week. That Navy commercial popped up where Godsmack's in the background. And it's the fucking code line, accelerate your life and open up this pit.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!